that just means I live up to my reputation. Follow the rules, that's overdone. I wanna do things in my own way. My style's cool, my style's fun. Living it up each and every day. I'm psycho, I've lost my mind. I bring the chaos everywhere I go. I'm psycho, I won't back down. You never catch me, but I dare you to. 'Cause I know just that you can't wanna fight me one-on-one right now. I'm psycho, psycho, yeah, I'm psycho, psycho. Don't think I feel bad when you're dying. I'm laughing when I see you crying. No one will stop my fun. My work is never done. If I were you, I'd just stop trying. People tend to say they think I've lost it. I can't say that I don't disagree. You don't know what crazy truly looks like. It's because you haven't messed with me. I'm psycho, I've lost my mind. I bring the chaos everywhere I go. I'm psycho, I won't back down. You never catch me, but I dare you to. 'Cause I know just that you can't wanna fight me one-on-one right now. I'm psycho, psycho, yeah, I'm psycho, psycho. Tell me how you think you're gonna catch me, catch me, catch me. 'Cause I'm the biggest, baddest girl in this whole city. Oh, freaky little rebel just wants to play. I'm gonna make you lose it from night till day. Any second now you're gonna go insane. Taking on the crazy was your mistake. I'm psycho, I've lost my mind. I bring the chaos everywhere I go. I'm psycho, I won't back down. You never catch me, but I dare you to. 'Cause I know just that you can't wanna fight me one-on-one right now. I'm psycho, psycho, yeah, I'm psycho, psycho. I'm psycho, I've lost my mind. I bring the chaos everywhere I go. I'm psycho, I won't back down. You never catch me, but I dare you to. 'Cause I know just that you can't wanna fight me one-on-one right now. I'm psycho, psycho, yeah, I'm psycho, psycho. I've lost my mind.
Hi, chat. Hope everyone's having a good day, good night, good evening. You know, whatever time of day it is for you. So, chat, we're having a bit of a Twitter crash out today with some people. So, we aren't gonna start with the crash out. We gotta tell a story. Yeah, story. So we're gonna force Kendra to watch the inciting video that started all of this.
Oh, joy.
So I'm assuming most of you, even those of you who know what's going on, have probably not watched this video because it just looks horrendous. Also, yes, chat, the subject for tonight is still currently crashing out. So by the time we get to it, we may have some updates for everybody.
Wait, he's still crashing out?
No, he's not. Yeah, he's not done yet.
Oh my gosh.
He's still flipping tables and freaking out.
No, this is pathetic. It's sad.
Thank you, Crazy Koala Man, for the super. This is going to be interesting. I hope it is for you guys. This is Why I Hate Predator Hunters, the sequel, number 2. And again, it's because they all fucking suck. If you make your entire career into hunting predators, typically you are kind of like an insufferable person. Somehow, like, it's bizarre that they managed to do this when they're in like a field where it should be so easy to get like clout and positivity. Because like who doesn't want to like catch the pedophiles and help the children?
Yeah.
Yet somehow they all fucking suck.
Irritate you?
My first thought, this guy is just like Earth updates. Schlep, hold my soy milk. Thank you, Farmer Jack, for the member for 9 months. So chat, unfortunately, we have to start with this video by a guy called... I've been told his name is like Jidion or Jidion. I know very
Jidion.
little about him.
It's... Eh.
The most I know is that it's partially his fault EDP got away with being an actual predator because they didn't actually do any of their investigation correctly.
Jidion sounds familiar because I thought when I'm looking at him again, it's like I don't remember him being a part of the team, but probably was like you said, he was a minor part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So chat, we got a little 12-minute video here.
1, he's black, so he has less than 60 IQ. 2, all predator catchers are morons that achieve nothing with what they do except filling their own egos.
I really hate this clip because it honestly shows more of Jidion's bias than it does legitimize his weird point about lolicon. And it's also just straight up weird.
So this was supposed to be a more funny video. What I was gonna do was I was gonna just get a bunch of different Reddit clips and people talking about me, you know, how they hate the prey catching and just kind of debunking in their reasonings and stuff. But through the research of trying to gather different...
So chat, he's gonna debunk the reasonings I dislike predator catchers. So let's see if he's got some good reasoning, right? And why he immediately titled it Loli Community and not Predator Catchers.
Also, I just looked into it. I was wondering why I didn't recognize him. He gained a lot of weight. Dang.
Yeah.
Different things and different threads of people talking about me. I found this really alarming thread on Twitter, basically defending loli and saying how I am putting lolicon people in a bad rep because I caught a guy that just so happened to have a bunch of loli and was also into cheese pizza. So I know you guys probably didn't understand anything I just said. So we're gonna go on and break it down, and I promise once you guys realize what lolicon is, you guys are gonna be sick to your stomachs. So this user right here, Antis WTF, he said, guys, I respect
predator catchers.
Antis? You couldn't even say anties? Are you retarded? Are you
Why is it always the weirdos with the... Okay, it's always people with, like, profile pictures to anime where it's like, this anime doesn't have lollies, but technically this character would count as it. Why is it always the freaking, like, Promise Neverland, JJK profile pictures and stuff that always have these crappy opinions?
Antis WTF.
Gosh.
Also, I guess he's gonna read the tweet, so we'll let him read it out.
As much as the next guy, but some of them would end up saying bullshit, calling the subculture of lolicon a breeding ground for pedophiles.
So the reason why I said that, and the video I said that in was this video right here. We caught this guy, Douglas Hogan, over in Oroville, California. He had came to meet our 13-year-old decoy, and after talking with him, come to find out that he was a big fan of anime, and he was also into cheese pizza. And I asked him a specific question because I kind of put 2 and 2 together, because if you're a big fan of the anime, and you're also into cheese pizza, there's a strong likelihood that you're also into a thing called lolicon. Now, you guys are...
So fun fact, according to most studies, no, you actually aren't. So most studies have found that at least in Japan, because this study really hasn't been done anywhere else, predators in Japan typically do not like lolicon. Like, it's not just they don't have it, they explicitly dislike it. It's actually very common for... I genuinely don't really know the reason. There's probably some bizarre psychological reason that makes them dislike it. I've never understood it. But statistically, if you're a pedophile, you are less likely to be a lolicon than the average population.
Yeah, that sounds about right. In a very sad, morbid way.
It is. I don't know why though. There's probably like somebody much smarter than me with psychology that could explain why. But
I mean,
I only have a very basic psychology knowledge.
pretty much just subscribe to the theory that it's just because, unlike the drawing, you can't touch or like hear the person involved, and that includes like what is it? It's kind of like people that binge eat, and they watch other people who do binge eat, but at the same time, you got some people who are like, well, now I'm still hungry.
Yeah.
And so they go after the food anyway. So it's probably like kind of like that.
But let's see where he tries to take this. He's already wrong at the start, but we'll see what else he's got.
Still probably wondering, Jidion, what is lolicon? So I want to show you guys something. I am genuinely going to just get this right here. I'm going to right click and I'm going to hit search Google for lolicon. And this is what pops up. Caution.
Oh my gosh.
This is why you guys are retarded. Because you immediately took the very first Google result and were just like, yeah, that's true. No, you're an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Ask Grok about it. Even Grok will give you a better answer.
My thing is the fact that, like, the only way for this to happen, because I remember you talking about it, you have to report it like that.
What do you mean?
Like, you have to report to Google, like, oh, hey, Google, it's like that. And Google's not going to verify it. They're just going to trust whatever people report.
Oh, no, this is something. So, I explained this better when Elon Musk did a thing, right, where he was trying to slap down actual predators that were on Twitter. And at one point, the word lolicon got banned on Twitter because it was seen as a predator hangout spot. So what happens is when these websites start banning terms that predators commonly use, they just keep going to the next closest term they could find. So like on Twitter, by the time they got to lolicon, they had already been through like 70 different terms. Like they were just going down the list, picking whatever they could to try and meet with each other. And it just kept getting slapped down, so they kept having to go to a new term. As a side note, this is also not good because the FBI unironically uses those terms to track them and to find them. So when you're constantly slapping those terms down, the FBI's got to try and figure out what the new term is that they're using.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So at some point, they probably did use lolicon, so Google slapped it down. That doesn't mean that's what lolicon means. That just means that was a term they used. Just like there was a point where you could search cheese pizza, and it would give you a similar thing.
Listen, I remember the Etsy thing. That was gross. Gosh, these people, I hate them.
Abuse content is illegal and harmful. Get confidential help. If you're worried about your thoughts or behavior, seeking sexually explicit images of children can have serious consequences for yourself and others. I know you guys are like, what the is going on? What is it that you just looked up to where you just got a straight up warning on Google? So for those of y'all that aren't into the anime community too much, I'm gonna let my editor and my friend who has watched over 100 anime, and he's also been in the deepest of the anime sects, explain.
No, he hasn't. I guarantee you he hasn't.
Even if he has, I can guarantee you, if they are a furry, then I can see why they've been to the deepest, darkest pits. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, because it's always these people. They're like, well, you see, I may be a furry, but I despise the lolicon. And then you got like 50 orgies at like at the next furry con.
Yeah, I guess we'll see who his friend is.
Explain to you guys what loli is. So, Blazin, take it away.
So what does loli mean? It's essentially a very young looking girl in anime or manga.
It is a hood weeb.
Not just a hood weeb. He looks like a Kai clone.
He does. Let's see how bad he gets lolly.
It appears like she's in preschool. In reality, her age might be over 75 million years old. There's
It's an anime girl who looks like she's in preschool, but her age might be 75 million years old. You don't know what a preschooler looks like, do you? Because you're even showing Freerin on screen now. And what character did you use before?
anime or manga that appears like she's in preschool.
Wait a minute. Not Krona. Oh my. Okay. That's the Supreme Kai of Time. That's literally Dragon Ball. She is actually a confirmed lolly character. The hoodweebs aren't beating the allegations. That's all I'm saying.
But he's saying she looks like she's a preschooler. Are you?
The literal joke with her is that she's short. We even finally got design documents of what her original drafts were. Yeah, she was a tall, busty woman. Guess what? They chose the lolly design. That means if you play Dragon Ball, you're a ped.
Thank you, Internet Zen Master, for the super. So basically, the kitty touchers have been playing the Kami game of Chameleon, and Lolly was one of them. Kami's and bad touchers name a more iconic duo.
Ain't that the truth?
But yeah, that is basically why Lolly gets hit a lot of times on different social media, is because it is on the list of terms predators will attempt to use to try and get around bans.
In reality, her age might be over 75 million years old. There's Freerin who clearly resembles a child, but she's over the age of 1,000 years old.
Freerin resembles a child.
That's not. Freerin does not. She's literally a teenage elf. You would understand that. Like that's. She's not even a lolly. I don't get what some of these people. Okay, so for those that don't know,
Like, I've heard a couple people refer to Freerin as a lolly, and every time I'm like, I don't really see it. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like, okay, what? Like, okay, Beatrice from ReZero, I get it. I can see it. Straight up, the author admits it. But, like, Freerin's not a lolly. It doesn't make any sense.
oh,
my gosh. I can't
Beatrice
stand
looks like she
it.
belongs in a daycare, but that's okay because she's over 400 years old. Living at Tudor from Bleach, who was 3'7", 34 pounds with the archetype of a toddler. Oh wait, she's over 100 years old, so it's okay that she's my wife. The people who think like this only
unironically, yes, by the way. Like, you can, like, be upset with this all you want. And again, I've never heard an actual lolicon use the, well, she's a 5,000-year-old dragon as an actual argument. This is something that you guys invented as an actual argument. But let's pretend for a second that somebody did make that real argument. And let's pretend, like you seem to believe, that these are equivalent to real people.
And
You are
let's pretend-
saying a real woman who is 50 years old, she is not allowed to be in a relationship with somebody because she might look like a child.
Well, have you seen that one TLC show? Apparently so.
Yeah. Like, I hate it because basically what they're saying is, well, you know that age is just a number, right? And you think it's a huge slam dunk on lollies when it's unironically the pedophile argument.
Well, it is just a number. It's a number I can use to my advantage whenever I want.
It's so annoying.
own body pillows to these digital children and get off to these characters are called lolicons.
So yeah, that's pretty much what it is they pretend a little girl or a little boy is 5,000 years old, but still looks like a little girl or little boy, and they draw that little boy or little girl doing thing. So pretty much they're creating CP, but they have the guise of it.
So, fun fact, and I had to say this to fucking Schlep today as well, personally. Stop calling it CP. This is how I know that you don't really actually give a shit about, like, child advocacy. Because every single child advocacy group has moved to CSAM or CSIM. Specifically for the reason that they believe the term CP implies, like, some level of consent to it. And they believe it actually kind of waters down the term when it should be something more extreme. So a lot of places have moved to CSAM and CSIM. which is child sexual abuse material or child sexual exploitation material.
Yeah. And then they started trying to co-opt that too, being like, it's virtual, it's a VCSEM.
Yes. It's
Which at that point, no, I can't say that. It'd get Mizu demonetized.
Thank you, Looney Lenny, for 5. The only time pred hunts don't help is when the law or platforms don't do anything. Most of the time, predator hunts just flat out don't help. And it's not because the law or platforms don't do anything. It's because a lot of the information they get, because they do it incorrectly, is inadmissible in court. So you can have all this information on this guy, but then you hand it over to the police, and the police are like, we can't use any of this. Legally speaking, we can't use a single piece of information you have given us. And we can't just go search the guy because the information you've given us was illegally obtained. It does not actually mean anything. And then by the time the police can look into the guy and get a warrant to search his shit, he's deleted everything because you've tipped him off.
Well, you see, that's a you problem. I, however, have grabbed all of his docs information, and oh look, I just got arrested.
Exactly. Like, by the time the police are legally allowed to search through what these guys have, you've tipped them off and they've deleted everything. This is exactly what happened with Kira the Wolf, who was able to delete all of his shit by the time the police were able to get warrants to search his shit. Predator hunters do not help. Do predator hunts count as entrapment? Technically, only the police can really entrap you. Technically. However, when it comes to predator hunts, you still have to do it a certain way, or it can be implied that they wouldn't have done it otherwise. It's complicated. Thank you, Alpha Typhoon, for this super. Not only do these not help police, it also gives the person due process into removing evidence and just creating a new persona to start again. Pretty much.
Wait, it's actually a 5,000-year-old. It's absolutely disgusting. It's absolutely vile. And the fact that I have somebody that claims to be a fan of what we do, and they're over here like getting upset of the fact that I'm saying that people that are into that is a breeding ground of pedophiles, like, it literally doesn't make any sense to me.
And the funny thing is this is probably the first time out of many times Jidion caught a lolicon being the actual creep. Maybe one of a few. For every one predator Jidion finds is a lolicon, I can list off 10 that I expose that hate it.
Well, I'm going to just straight up tell you that all lolicon people are freaks, because if you're over here drawing or downloading photos of little girls and little boys that are anywhere from the age of freaking 3 or 5 or 7.
I thought we clarified they were 5,000. Like, now you're just like going back on your own shit.
You see, the age of because I said so.
Pretty much.
Years old and depicting them having sex. You're weird. There's no way around that. You are weird, and you're participating in self-made CP while it's not quote unquote.
So that's even worse to say. So that's not what that is. Because self-made CSAM is a thing. It is when a child makes it of themselves. I don't know what dumb shit you're on, but again, you were kind of just proving to everybody you don't know what you're talking about.
I know what I'm talking about. It's called Because I Said So.
Real CP, it still is, because you're drawing children doing sexual stuff. And I just don't understand how that's not getting through his thick skull. I don't understand why he can't understand why we would think that this is a breeding ground for pedophiles. I am not saying that being a lolly hater is a pedophile. Like, you see how he's like, oh, I'm not saying being a lolly hater is a pedophile. Like, because it doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't care about the 10 lolly haters.
Yes, it does.
You just said.
It doesn't make any sense. This is why it makes sense. Because typically, the people who protest something the loudest and the most public about it are people who have something in their closet they're trying to hide. We saw this a lot back in the day with like feminist movements, where the most outspoken feminist men were raging misogynists that were trying to get close to women. Because by signaling their extreme feminism, that would make women feel safe around them. And they would use that to get into spaces they shouldn't be in. This is the same thing with being an auntie. A lot of aunties make this really big, huge song and dance about how safe they are for children, specifically to attract children around them.
Yeah. I think personally, if you do that, we should get rid of you permanently.
Also, thank you, Mr. Monkey, for the super anime audit's a little different tonight.
That you expose, bro. I've exposed dudes that literally said being a drag queen around kindergartners is pedophile, and I come to find out that dude actually did something to a 12-year-old. So I don't care if you found people that hate it to also be creeps. That doesn't take away from the fact that if you're in it, you are a creep. It just doesn't.
But comparing lolicon,
But you don't. Like, that's the thing. You found a guy that was a creep, and now you're like, well, everybody's a creep. You can't just
One
say
guy.
that.
Just show more people.
Show
Just
more than
show
one
more-
guy.
It's like, what is it? It's like 50 million people on Twitter, bots included. You can even show bot comments. It's just the one guy.
the loli haters and numbers of preds. It's like comparing the Minecraft community to Roblox. One gets caught with it a lot more than the other.
Like, hey man, whatever can help you sleep at night. Like right now, I'm just reading a bunch of cope right here. Then he goes on to say,
Cope? I'm reading a
Number
bunch of
one.
cope. Do you have a response?
Also, way to ignore the fact that he's not wrong. If anything, that was just a bad example because there's predators exposed in Minecraft and Roblox the entire time.
Yeah,
A
in
lot
that
of them-
case, I don't know what he's talking about because I'm pretty sure both of them have a lot of them.
They do.
Like,
They don't even like anime like that.
Yeah.
under his tweet, he says,
To get to my point, I respect the work, but I also find this disingenuous, especially coming from an expert who should be knowing all this stuff about Predator. From someone of that status, watering down the term is a very serious thing and a blunder. Is this a new video? Yeah, I didn't check.
I mean, if you respect the work, you wouldn't be participating in this act because this act is what we go after. This act.
Good. Go after me. I fucking dare you two dumbasses. You guys are so stupid. This is not what you go after. In fact, this guy you got that was the one lolicon you actually found, you didn't even know he was into it until he had already met up with the girl.
Well, you see, because I said so.
Like, you guys are so dumb. This is not what you go after. And you know you don't go after this because you would show up to like a lolicon fan meet or something and everybody would have you thrown out and call you an asshole. There wouldn't be all this like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. Oh God, I swear I thought the drawing was 18. I swear to God. Like, nobody cares, dude. We were making fun of you. Because you guys get, all we have to say is, like, Lolicon's not CP, and you freak the fuck out. You made a 12-minute video off of a tweet. A singular tweet by some tiny no-name account.
Well, if it was a bigger person, then the people would get mad at me. So if I go after the no name, people won't get mad at me.
Thank you for the doggo avenged. And thank you, Internet Zen Master, to follow what Mizu said. We had literal comic during the Gamergate days showing how the male feminist stereotype was like poison dart frogs. Pretty much.
Act is why I have quote unquote work. You downloading these videos is a breed for pedophilia. It is no way around. Being a pedophile isn't just, oh, you know, I'm gonna go and try to touch little kids. If you're downloading that stuff, if you're downloading cheese pizza videos, and if you're downloading lolicon stuff, you're in the same boat whether you like it or not. He didn't even check, so he didn't even.
You're not in the same boat. And you're kind of a really fucking disgusting person for trying to rope those together. Also, to point out, you were showing clips of lollies in anime. One sec.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a cute little sneeze. It's the cute little sneeze, chat.
Stop it.
Grab
And-
him.
But so this is the thing, and somebody actually posted it under one of Schlep's comments as a community note. But a lot of people don't seem to realize this. If you share images that you personally believe constitute CP, even if they aren't actual CSAM, even if they wouldn't actually be illegal, the fact that you thought they were, acknowledged that you thought they were, and shared them anyways is actually still a crime.
Yes.
Because you believed when you did it that you were committing a crime.
I was just informing my viewers. Is it alright if I step out real quick?
Yeah, you're good. Go hang out with your doggies. Thank you, Venmaru, for the super. By his logic, if I find one story about somebody of his persuasion stealing, that must mean all people of his persuasion are thieves. Holy crap, the YouTube censor is Garbo. Yeah, YouTube has like a lot of censor. And thank you, Avenge. Do these people not read the FBI statement about fictional characters? They have not. For people who don't know, both the Child Safety Council, the FBI, and at one point, even Chris Hansen has said to stop trying to report drawings as child abuse because it is clogging up tip lines, and to stop telling people that it's child abuse, because when these bigger creators tell their hordes of stupid fans that it's child abuse, they proceed to go around reporting every single anime girl on the internet they can to these organizations, and they clog up their tip lines for months. It causes so many problems for like actual advocacy, which is how you know these guys don't care. They've never cared. Also, yes, I'm aware that Schlep says Chris Hansen agrees with him now because he retweeted his message, which is why I said Chris Hansen at one point didn't agree. No idea what's wrong with Chris Hansen now. I will tell people, if you liked Chris Hansen, he's kind of washed these days. He got really, really desperate to kind of claw back some of his relevancy. So he made a lot of mistakes, specifically covering Onision. And basically absolutely fucked up any case people had against Onision by tampering with evidence. So, thank you, Artemis, for the super. Kendra Piker Kendrillion, the third K figured out. And thank you, Reigning Terror, for the super. Tagged you with this vid on Sunday, but in that vid, his editor talks about age being 100 plus, then starts listing how they look. Also, who is Schlep? Schlep is coming after. So this video is not the only thing we're touching on tonight. This is just important context for everything else we're going to touch on. Including partially a call-out document on Schlep, which accuses his editor of being a predator and Schlep knowing about it. Which also came out today. A lot going on. Thank you, Alpha. By the way, they never have a problem with Shota. I thought this idiot was Schlep. No, this idiot is a guy called Jidion. He works with Schlep sometimes. He's in Schlep's videos. Schlep's the robot cease and desist guy. He is. He got big off quote-unquote hunting predators in Roblox and claiming Roblox was like silencing him. Lolicon Defense Force sub has been banned. That sounds about right for Reddit. Let me... Yeah, community was banned for violating Rule 4. What is Rule 4? Rule 4, do not share or encourage the sharing of sexual, abusive, or suggestive content involving minors. Any predatory or inappropriate behavior involving a minor is strictly prohibited. Was that banned today? I mean, it must have been because it's still up. I don't see any searches mentioning it yet. Thank you, Alpha. By the way, they never have a problem with Shota. That is true in many cases. And thank you, Nerdy Text and Accountant, for the member for 7 months. By the way, I am looking for an artist to do some member badges. I have some vague ideas of what to do. Amount of shotas I've seen labeled as short femboys is insane. I've seen a lot of issues with people labeling shotas as femboys and twinks. Also, thank you, Gabby, for the 169 biddies. It says the blue one has shota privileges, and thank you for the headpats. Much appreciated. Oh, did the headpad not activate? What? Oh, I know why. Here, I'll do it myself. There we go. Shota is safe horny. It sort of is, although most people think I'm a loli.
I am here. I am back.
Welcome back.
Hello, Mr. Lolly.
Yeah, no, a lot of people the last couple days think not only am I a loli, but a lot of people seem to think I'm Japanese and I just speak English really well. And I haven't corrected anybody because I kind of don't care.
To be fair, do you think these people would actually educate themselves that Mizutamari is technically not a real name?
It is a real name. It's my name.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's like, it's your name. But these people will literally see some made-up Japanese word, not even realizing that's not even a real name.
Even watch the full video. If he would have watched the full video, he would have known that this dude not only had lolicon on his phone, but he also had a bunch of real cheese pizza on his phone as well. And I'm gonna sit up here and be honest.
He didn't say anything about the real child image material. He didn't say that didn't happen. He's saying that you trying to be like, oh, all lolicons are this way is dumb. Because it is dumb.
Honest, man, if you're in a lolicon, there's no way that you're not going to get the temptation to want to get the real videos as well. I mean, do
you have something you want to tell the class?
This is like that guy who got exposed, who hated loli, but then got exposed with having just a bunch of loli. Actually, no. Was that one guy who hated? No, it was that guy who looked up all the other terms and everybody was like, that's kind of weird, bro. What is it? This is so...
I feel like this is such a self-report.
It is.
It's impossible you aren't tempted to go look it up. Who? When?
I'm saying this as someone I've known about anime for a long time. Mizu, you've known about anime for a long time.
Yeah.
You remember the old search results and how even though loli does have a sexual connotation sometimes, it was mostly full of safer work stuff.
Yeah.
Let us ask Mr. Jidion in front of the class, what do you mean you weren't tempted?
Yeah.
With childlike wonder, I presume? Because if it's not childlike wonder, I think we need to call the cops on you, good sir. Oh my gosh.
I'm not one of the people to say that, but I genuinely think that is such a self-report. Holy shit.
It is a here's the thing, I don't say it liberally either, but like, listen. Even though I know it's technically not the case all the time, but there's a reason why they made the phrase, if it quacks like a duck and it flaps its wings like a duck, it's probably a duck.
I'm trying to think. There was another person that said something similar to this. They got exposed being a predator like a week later. But yeah, no, like it's such a self-report to be like, you have to be tempted to look at it. I'm like, no, I've never been tempted to look it up. That sounds horrific.
Most people, even in just regular anime communities, not everybody looks at a hentai. It's so weird, bro.
Yeah.
It's a weak self-report.
Well, keep in mind, he's talking about real-life child abuse images. He's saying if you're into lolicon, you're definitely tempted to look up real-life child abuse images.
Chat. I can't even say what I want to say because that would actually hurt your channel.
It would.
Lolicon's just as bad, but like, bro, you're in the same boat whether you want to admit it or not. Oh boy, I can't wait for the see.
If we're in the same boat, why aren't you reporting us to police?
Because the police don't take me seriously, but my online internet children do.
Yeah, they always say this, like, you're exactly the same as this pedophile. Okay, why aren't you reporting me then? Because there's a bunch of us just out in the open, like, doing it publicly. You know, they even have banners for it at fucking Anime Expo.
Well, clearly Anime Expo is Anime Expo, and they know better. But I'm not going to report Anime Expo because I'm not going to challenge a corporation, but I'm going to challenge Billy Bob on the internet the same level as me.
Yep. It's the same. Come flooding in. It literally is. It's literally the same thing. You can cope all you want. It is the same thing. And I'm not gonna lie, I think after this video goes up, we're not gonna see a lot of these profiles on X anymore. So it's really not even.
You know, it'd be really funny.
What do you think you guys are? I said that you might have seen this tweet I posted earlier. I don't know what you dumbasses think you know about X. It's run by a guy called Elon Musk. And the most famous meme of Elon Musk was him and his ex-wife having matching anime profile pictures from a lolicon incest anime. I don't know what you guys think you're going to convince Elon to do, and I understand that that was a photoshopped image, right? We know these days it was a photoshopped image. Elon Musk retweeted pictures of it before because he's a weeb.
You may not like him, but at least he's cultured.
Yeah. Elon Musk is a weeb, and he might not be good at games. He might pay people to play games for him, but he's also a gamer. Like, he definitely plays them in his spare time, for sure. I don't know why you guys think you can sit here and just at Elon Musk over and over again, and he's going to start ban-hammering anime profile pictures. But, like, ever since he took over, lolicon media is, like, more accepted than ever on the platform.
But my daddy Elon.
I know. It's so funny that they keep doing this. It's like, Elon, Predator here. He looks at it, and it's just a fucking anime He looks at it, it's an anime profile picture with a loli, and he just likes and retweets the loli.
Oh my god, not Elon Predator here. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Internet Zen, for the super. I'm an ancient resident of the internet. I remember the old search results. Loli was overwhelmingly safe for work. It was when you added the con that the search result came back not safe for work.
Yeah, that's because everybody knows if you actually know anime, lolicon means the person. Now, you can have an issue with the person. You just actually have to know what you're talking about.
They can abuse the report system on X. They sort of can. So here's the thing that's happened with the reporting system on a bunch of platforms in recent years. Is your report, at least in my experience, 9 times out of 10, doesn't actually mean anything, except it is a ping for the automated system to look at it. And the automated system will typically give it a once-over, and then throw away all other reports because it's already given it a once-over. So you have to report something with the correct reports to get the automated system to fuck it over. It's very rare in recent experience that a actual person looks at any of this.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Guys going on there. This dude, true, he says, one, he's black, so he has less than 60 IQ. So because I don't know the ins and outs of the loli community, it's my IQ, man. I lack the IQ of a predator. I am so sorry.
So, fun fact, IQ is not, like, book knowledge, which you would know if you had a higher IQ. IQ has to do more with, like, your ability to understand things and your ability to problem solve. So, yes, I do believe you probably have less than 60 IQ, personally. It's not because you're black, it's just because you're retarded.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, I mean, people have said that he used to be a YouTube prank channel. Yeah, no, that checks out. Every one of those YouTube prank channels is like low IQ bullshit.
If you think about it, all the prank channels then went into commentary, but they don't know how to commentary, so that's why they do pranks now.
Exactly.
That's why they stopped doing pranks.
Really quick, Kendra, I have to leave you with chat for like 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
All right. Chat. How you doing, guys? I am like doing a thing in the background because I'm trying to learn to multitask properly. Y'all hear about that exercise VTuber that went around recently? Calls herself calls herself Kawaii Fit. She's super cute. I like her. She's super cute. I highly recommend you if you want. I highly recommend her in the sense that, like, if you want a cute anime girl to help you with exercise, not even like hardcore exercise, just basic exercise, that'd be pretty cute. That'd be pretty cute and cute. Nah, sounds neat though. Yeah, she's on YouTube. She doesn't have a Twitter, but she does have a YouTube channel only, which, to be honest, I think that's for the better. Did I just hear a smoke detector? No. Okay, so funny story about the smoke detector. I got rid of our smoke detector because literally turning on the air conditioning would set off the alarm every single time. So if carbon dioxide gets into my house, I just open up all the windows. I won't really know when though, because I started opening up the windows just on random days. Because one time on my my eyes just started to get blurry and I started getting headaches like back to back 2 days in a row. So what happened was I just opened up all the windows and then suddenly my headache was gone. Kendra, that's illegal. Well, unfortunately we need a new beeper. We need a new beeper. Sounds like a defective detector. It was. I even tried putting it back into the roof to make sure every single time it would just set off when the air conditioning went on. And then it didn't help that the one time I did that, it set off in the middle of the night. Everybody woke up. Everybody was irritated. I threw the batteries out and I chucked it under the bathroom sink.
So you made it stop chirping?
I'm not someone who does the whole smoke detector chirp thing. The smoke detector we had was super defective. That every time we would turn on the air conditioning,
that's what it was.
You and your can opener. That's your listen. You and your regular show sounding can opener. Yeah, that's the anthem for the white people. Kendra, that was carbon monoxide. Yeah, I know. I'm still not putting the batteries back in that thing. That thing was annoying in the middle of the night.
Also, thank you, Internet Zen. On top of that, X literally just linked American and Japanese Twitter. Jidion is the kitty, and the kitty hunters are in for a rude awakening. Japan likes big badonkers, but they won't tolerate anime discrimination.
Yeah.
Electric can opener? No, that's my fingers, chat. Trust me, the ladies love it. I mean, what?
Potato, tomato. Potato, tomato.
Anyways, we continue.
Right. I do not want to be trained in your ways, but I do pray that you get help. 2, all predator catchers are morons that achieve nothing with what they do except filling their own egos. And I bet you he's also talking about cops that catch predators as well. And you know what? Let me just...
What? No, when people say predator hunters, they're talking about you and internet people. Oh, I think he's talking about cops as well. No, he's fucking not. Shut up.
He would have said the police.
Just go on this dude's profile. I want to see. Oh, you know what? I don't want to go into any stereotypes because these aren't the stereotypes. Just because someone.
You don't want to go into stereotypes, Mr. 60 IQ, do you?
What's the stereotype?
He's pointing out that they have a trans flag. He's saying they're a predator because they're trans.
Well, you've already anybody who would have agreed with you.
Yeah, you're kind of nuking like the little bit you might have. Also, hi Shiroi, thank you for the raid.
Hello.
Hi dragon people. Thank you, Shiny Evolution Cosplay. The aunties want to get on the Jack Thompson pie. Yeah, everybody seems to like try and think they're going to be the one to achieve what Jack Thompson literally failed at instantly.
Who's Jack Thompson?
Jack Thompson was the old boomer that tried to push for Grand Theft Auto to get banned for violence. Whenever you hear people talk about violence in video games, that started with Jack Thompson.
Okay.
He was a big proponent of video games cause violence and we need to ban them. The thing is, even the boomers did not take Jack Thompson seriously. Like, they obviously had to let him speak in front of Congress. They didn't really have a choice, but nobody took him seriously, and he is basically laughed out of the room every time.
I mean, I wouldn't really trust him either. The fact that he keeps trying to push it, I don't know, bro. Seems kind of suspicious to me.
Thank you, Alpha. Hey, guys, he draws the line at transphobia. Yeah. Thank you, Internet Zen. Come on, Mizu. He's not Somali. He at least has 70 IQ. Wait, Kendra doesn't know Jack Thompson. Mizu, Kendra's making chat feel old again.
I know who Jack Thompson is. I just always forget his name because I don't listen to dumb people.
Exactly.
I don't remember the names of dumb people either.
Them a predator. That's actually a real thing. They're over here saying just because you're a loli hater doesn't mean you're a pedophile. No, just because you're trans doesn't make you a pedophile. But yeah, you brought it up.
Like, being trans doesn't make you a pedophile. However, we cannot ignore the correlation. It's basically what he's saying.
Yep.
I'm gonna be up here and be honest. You're not making the trans community look good by not only you're trans, right, and you're out here defending loli and CP pretty much. Like, it's
this is the same shit you guys do all the time, where it's like, oh, you're defending loli, and you're basically might as well say you're defending CP. What is wrong with you?
I kind of think this guy's dumb.
Yeah. That's always the conflation they make, and they think they're so smart for making it.
It's the same thing. And like I said, man, this count's not going to be here much longer, so there's just genuinely no point in you guys going to it. I don't even want to look here. I'm going to look at his profile just to see the stuff that he's posting, and let's see. Okay, there's nothing. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yep. Yeah. This account needs to be taken down for sure. Yeah. Then we got someone else. He says,
I really hate this clip because it honestly shows more of Jidion's bias than it does legitimize his weird point about.
You know what's worse is that you're using a voice modulator to do this. Like, you're too lazy to just put on a voice. You were actually sitting here doing voice modulation. It's so cringe and gay.
Also, are we really going to take the opinion of someone named Goon God 69420 with a white Kanye profile picture?
Apparently.
Like, even if this person was serious, and even if we really wanted to use them as evidence, That is clearly a bot, and you can't convince me otherwise.
Fair.
Lolicons, and it's also just straight up weird.
I'm weird. Okay.
It's just straight up weird and inappropriate to start talking about your gripes about weird anime fan service to the cops while they're here to cuff a guy who was trying to meet a minor. It's really stupid for him to bring this up because if he had this conversation with another predator and he went gross, that ish is weird. You know he wouldn't be bringing that ish up because it doesn't support his point. I mean, good on him for catching preds though. Don't hate the guy, but this clip irked me.
It irked you the fact that I called out people that are into loli.
Yes, because it's not pedophilia and you're trying to conflate the two. Which inherently downplays what pedophilia is.
Unfortunately, clearly you don't understand the pseudo-intellectualism we're dealing with right now, Mizu.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it's
disingenuous of him, especially since he should know what makes a predator a predator.
Yeah, a predator is somebody that exploits or tries to do harm to kids.
Yeah, and Lolicon doesn't do that. You retard.
The thing is, Mizu, is you don't understand what he's trying. You don't understand what he's trying to do. He's trying to defend the kids. He's trying to defend the kids. We don't know how he's doing it, but he's doing it. You're not understanding how he's doing it. His pseudo-intellectualism.
You are exploiting children by drawing children doing horrible things.
Who? Name the child that is being exploited. Point to them. Come on, buddy. Let's rub those last two brain cells together. I know they're fighting for third place right now. But let's rub them together. Who is being exploited? Well, the drawing being exploited. The children as a class of human is being exploited. You're fucking stupid, bro.
The class of children. Mm-hmm.
Also, apparently this guy specifically is debating somebody on this tomorrow. He has not said who, and my money is that he is bringing on some random no-name 2-follower account rather than literally anybody else he could have brought.
Yeah. Well, there goes any salvation for that. To you guy who got selected, I pray for you that you turn down at last minute.
Which they should.
These be the same people saying that AI CP isn't bad because it's just a computer.
That is
Like,
what?
Nobody's saying that.
Oh my gosh, we're dealing with a moron.
You're creating this to glorify your sick, depraved needs. There's just no way around that. Pred catchers tend to get all their catches free releases because some honeypot law. So I have zero respect for them. So first thing first, I need you to let me know what this honeypot law is because you're capping on that. And this dude that we caught, he is going to prison.
No, he's not. Basically, nobody you guys have caught have ever gone to prison. In fact, you specifically got EDP off. Specifically, the biggest one that your account name is for, you got him off. And he was your claim to fame. What they're talking about with a honeypot is something along the lines of you intentionally sought these people out. And people don't understand this. It is very important when doing some kind of sting operation is that you can never push the person into doing it. You can't offer them anything illegal. You can't ask them to do anything illegal. They have to make the offer themselves. It's it's so dumb.
Well, you see, you don't understand his pseudo-intellectualism, Mizu. He's clearly 50 trillion steps ahead of us, and you don't get it.
And I'll also point this out, because a lot of people don't know this. In To Catch a Predator, which was done by very professional people who worked with the police in some cases, and did everything as right as humanly possible, half of them got let off completely without a trial. Over half of them. Because of some technicality in how it was done. This is why civilians should not be doing this point blank, because you guys don't know how to fucking do it. To Catch a Predator was working with actual police, and they didn't do it right. So your dumbass prankster, YouTuber bullshit definitely doesn't know what you're doing. Oh, God.
And second, it's effectively just a spectacle. So it's a spectacle of us catching these guys, but it's not a spectacle of you guys drawing literal children being harmed. That's
You don't know what literal means? They always do this. It's a literal child. It's literally not a child.
The reason why the reason why people are able to do that is because guess what? Nobody's being harmed. You don't have to like it. Click off if you don't like it. Find 50 other things if you want to get into it.
Yeah.
And stop getting mad that the lolly anime or the big titty anime lollied and big tittied.
Exactly.
But us catching them, you know, this was supposed to just be a fun video that I was gonna do, but I feel
This was just supposed to be a fun video talking about what somebody you think is a child predator is not appropriate. It's another, like, just it's the little thing you say that just tells everybody that you do not take this seriously at all.
This is supposed to be a fun video about child endangerment. Okay, bro.
I feel like after I post this is gonna make the rounds in the loli community. So if you guys see anything else or anything, be sure to tag me on Twitter. My X is down in the description below. Also, join our,
No, fuck you. So that was followed up with this came before it, but I felt like I had to say this because this is also the same account. There's this burnt peanut sort of wannabe called Faithful Sheriff.
Oh, I know about him. I learned about him recently from my sister.
Yeah.
So apparently, originally he was a guy called what is it? I think it was the Witnesser or whatever. And he got in trouble because he was quote unquote preaching to kids in Roblox. Too many kids in Roblox, and telling them all that because you don't believe in God my way, not even believe in God, just God his way, that you're going to hell.
Yeah. So apparently he was like preaching in Fortnite, which, and I've even told this to Celeste, I find you guys a little cringe doing that. A little cringe. But that's it. I find it a little cringe. And then you got this guy retweeting him and saying it called me a fake Christian and rage quit our call because I called him out for praying and trying to convert literal babies without their parents' consent. Weirdo. You can't use like these terms for somebody that's like just like a street preacher, basically. Like that's, you know what you're doing when you say shit like they're preying on babies. You know the connotation that comes with that. And I only brought this one up, even though it was before the video, was because it shows you like how unserious this person is. Like they are fine using this terminology and these like overly hyperbolic statements to try and perpetuate this idea that they're still hunting predators, even when there just literally is no predator. It's very inappropriate to even try and like hint at it this way. For those of you who are around during the back end of Gamergate, you would probably remember a lot of the skeptic community was trying to say that Mr. Medicare was grooming children. And they would always say, like, he's grooming children. And then they would tack on at the end to be a troll like him with his, like, trolling videos. And then you would call them out for it. And they'd be like, well, grooming doesn't necessarily mean, like, sexual or child predator. But they're still using the terminology specifically for that. Because they want you to associate it with a child predator.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how much of that you heard.
I got a little bit of it. I had to leave this room for a second.
That's fair. It's the fact that they use like the terms they use for predators to stuff that's just factually not predatory.
Yeah.
And it's because
Listen, it's
they know that it gets more clicks, it gets more attention if they use the predator words.
Exactly.
Also, thank you, Reigning Terror, for the super. Worst part about this is he's directing people to these not safe for work Twitter accounts, so he'll label these people pedophiles and then expose his younger audience to them. Yeah, it's a very smart idea.
I bet you he was. Listen, all we gotta do is just go through his likes. Maybe he's not his likes. Go through his followings. Maybe we'll find maybe we'll pull another tech tone. So, I cleared out all 3,000 of my followers.
So, chat, what ends up happening because of this is this guy, Schlep, gets involved. Who has done these, like, Roblox Predator Expose videos. And you can even see on this one featuring Jidion. So he's done videos with Jidion before on, quote-unquote, like, exposing Roblox Predators.
Oh, no.
So he has the 200 IQ idea. I have to come back to that one later. He retweets the lolicon video and says lolicon is pedophilia. If you gratify yourself to sexualized images of animated children, you're a predator. The fact X allows a community of these people to thrive on here is very shocking. Do better at safety. And then he follows it up with, look at all the predators that come out of the woodwork. If you call people making animated sexualized images of children, something is truly wrong with this site. And by the way, basically all of his tweets have proposed community notes. That is 18 US code. Fictional characters cannot be considered children nor can be counted as CSAM. And then furthermore, it may be a violation of CSAM laws to lead people to believe fiction is CSAM.
This was the community note I saw, so this was the one that made it to the top.
This is the one that's been put on basically all of them. I will say the second part is a little misleading. It's the thing I mentioned earlier about how if you believe something is CSAM and you share it yourself anyways, then you can still be charged with sharing CSAM because you thought it was. And you shared it with people. He would have to like be actually sharing the loli images and be saying, like, this is CSAM for it to mean anything. But this is where this starts. So people start calling him out, and you can kind of see it. He's got 311 replies on this. Which we're gonna go down a hill. Because he did not like that people did not agree with him. I stand with Jidion when he said lolicon is pedophilia. Can't tell you how many predators I've caught that end up having some type of child erotica. So I have no idea why he uses the term child erotica, but from this point on, he is going to, instead of saying lolicon or instead of saying anime drawings, he's going to repeatedly say child erotica. And you notice this has an edit on it. So there is a previous version of this tweet where it said anime child erotica. He edited it to remove anime because he knows that he's intentionally trying to be deceptive. So he knows that by adding the anime, immediately people are going to take it less seriously because they know it's not serious. So he immediately edited it to remove that. However, he's retarded. And instead of just deleting the post and making a new one he didn't edit, when Twitter lets you look at the edit history now. So, good job.
Not the brightest stick in the barrel. My thing is with it is that I could understand some child predator hunters for the fact that because these predators do use terms like lolicon and all that stuff to get around the thing, when you see the word enough times and you're not familiar with it, you think, okay, so that means it is like pedophilia. But in Schlep's case, he literally knows. Like he just flat out knows because he removed anime. So it's like you're lying on purpose. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Thank you for your help with Roblox. Now get out.
Thank you for the super internet, Zen Master. Yeah, I remember that, Mizu. There was a huge L by Sargon and Co. Then again, the ire towards Jim from the Skeptics goes back to the one IRC call in November. The whole attack versus Opta Suck Cuck GG debate. But I don't have anything else on this one, but I do want to mention that at the bottom of this guy it says, I delete tons of posts, which he does. He's deleted a lot of his posts today. I have the full email plus the person's contact information. Are you saying I should give it to lolicons? No thanks. So it's interesting, like, he's trying to, like, hide this allegedly important information.
What does the magic 8-ball say, Mizu?
Yeah. Here's the thing, right? Can't tell you how many predators I've caught that end up having some type of child erotica. He doesn't know this, right? Because he's not police. He has never searched these people. And if he has, and if he's admitting on Twitter that he has searched these people illegally, he has basically given all of them like a guaranteed get out of jail free card. So good luck with that one, buddy. Don't know why you would admit to that.
You get sued by Roblox once and suddenly you think you're the top dog of the world.
Exactly. So this is where I see him and I reply, specifically calling this out. I mostly pulled this up for his reply. He says, if you're going to unironically sit here and explain to people that there hasn't been lolicon predators, you're beyond saving. Everyone in your life would hate you the moment they found out you're a lolicon. People always go like with this argument immediately. It's like, oh, why don't you tell your family you're a lolicon? I don't know. Why don't you tell your family you have a rape fetish? I'm sure your mother would love to hear that.
I don't know. Why don't you tell your family that you're a predator hunter?
Like, it's these extremely stupid things they say. It's like, well, why don't you tell your family about your fetishes? Why don't you tell your family about your fetishes? I'm sure your mom would love to hear it. You know, go film it too. Put it on YouTube. Show us you telling your mom all the depraved, degenerate shit you're into and see how she reacts.
How about just tell your parents about your profile picture looking like it came off of a kid's little Einstein box?
Yeah.
That's my thing. If we can't even get past the profile picture, we're not going to make it past the fetishes.
Then this person says, why did you edit the tweet to remove the anime part? And says, I wanted to show all forms of child erotica are bad, including lolicon. Lolicon is child erotica. Which, he needs to stop saying this. I don't understand why he's like going really hard on this child erotica thing. What happened, as far as I can gather, and I think I have it on here, so this is allegedly a guy he quote-unquote helped to get convicted. Don't really know much about that. I'd have to look into it more. But he's specifically citing this part, which, by the way, chat, what you're seeing is all he's given us. He refuses to tell any of us where he got this from. People have been asking where this comes from. If you search it online, you don't actually find this anywhere. Nobody knows where this is. And all it says in it is mall in frame and several images of child erotica. That's the only part of that sentence we can see. And he just assumed that images of child erotica meant lolicon. This is what he is basing his entire argument on, is images of child erotica. And I tried finding this, and in an attempt to find this, I found out that in Florida, child erotica is basically, it's not nude and it's not sexual, but it's very clearly intended to be provocative images of children. So I don't know where he got the idea that it was lolicon, because as far as I can tell, it's not. It's still images of real children.
Well, if we give them the whole thing, then people will be, my credibility will die.
But he says, I mean, child erotica, what loli actually is, was mentioned in a police investigation regarding a Roblox predator. I got convicted. No reason to bring that up in an investigation if it's not relevant to prosecuting a child predator.
I think we should bring it up. What?
Yeah, so he just asserts that he got caught with lolicon, which, by the way, I had to, I had to point it out. I even replied to him. Florida seems to call all real-life CSAM child erotica. There's absolutely zero proof this was anime drawings, and that's a weak-ass argument to start with, but it's worse that you're wrong about it. Like, it's already a weak argument that this one predator had lolicon, but what makes it worse is you were wrong.
I kind of think this guy's just dumb.
Yeah.
That's not kinda, though. He's just dumb.
But he keeps going. Only reason I wrote my tweets today is because I see some of these lolicons in my replies. I want it to be known you're not welcome in my community. I have zero tolerance for anyone who gratifies themselves to sexualized content involving children, animated or not. Of course, everybody's favorite, Sidus replies, how can you not fall in love with a character as pretty as her? Are you gay?
I mean, she is a cutie. You can't hate her.
I'd like to point out, Schlep's original thing got 1.1k likes. Sidus's picture replying to him got 4.2.
This is why you can't be serious. Here's the thing: unless it's like a legitimately like serious threat with evidence, nobody in the anime community is gonna take you seriously. They're just gonna do stuff like this because nobody takes you seriously.
Also, really quick, I do want to point this out because I don't like doing the whole "oh, he ratioed you" thing. Schlep has 241,000 followers. This is not like a tiny no-name account, and he is getting ratioed left and right by everybody.
Well,
this one's a picture chat because he has deleted this one because people started calling him out for how much of a dick move it was. Chibi Reviews at one point said, look at piece of shit that has to bring in completely separate things because he can't counter what I said, how to avoid acknowledging what I said, because Chibi Reviews also called him out, and he replied, if my fiance made videos defending lolicons, I would cheat on them too. This one quickly got deleted, even though originally he doubled down on it like 3 times, and then promptly deleted all of them.
Wow.
Yeah. So he still has a little bit of it up. He says, "Hey, Chibi Reviews, you should cancel Google next." And he shows the Google caution warning, which we've covered this before. This warning means literally fucking nothing because it gives you this warning and then promptly gives you lolicon porn underneath it. So if you actually believe this warning, you also believe Google is freely sharing it. So good luck with that, I guess. I don't know why you think you're so smart.
It gives you the Wikipedia of it too. And the Wikipedia literally says, no, it's not.
This is one that really came back to bite him in the ass quickly. So in regards to the deleted tweet, Chibi posted, when people have to attack your personal life instead of countering your points, you know they lost. Call me a loser, cuck, whatever, but if you resort to slander instead of answering my questions, I only assume you have bad intentions and don't care about children or victims. He replied, I'm swiping really fast and it's still not working. It's this stupid victim card declined meme. Which, by the way, 500 likes, he's still getting, like, shit on for this. Immediately, Packer Girl finds this document on Schlep. Schlep associating with a CSAM solicitor. He takes a picture of it, says Chibi Reviews is now posting a fictitious document created by former disgraced Roblox YouTuber Parlo that is unbelievably false. In the last month, 2 people have litigated Parlo for making slanderous, defamatory statements about them. Shows you the links these people go to. And then Chibi promptly replies, victim card declined. This is why you don't use that shit. Because as soon as it turns around on you, and as soon as you're getting shit on, people are gonna be like, sucks to be you, victim card declined. So I have to keep going down this list for him. Because I have come out and defend myself against false allegations you're actively posting. Meanwhile, you're on Twitter crying about the death threats that you're getting for making a video in defense of lolicons. If you don't want death threats, maybe don't side with people who sexualize kids. Chibi replies, I could explain how serious my situation has been in the last 2 years, but let's be honest, you don't give a fuck until you're affected, right? So here you go. Follow your own advice. Chat, keep this one in mind as well. The crying about Twitter death threats you're getting. Actually, you know what? Before we continue this, I'm gonna skip ahead.
Oh, even better.
So this is one of the newer messages he made. Apparently somebody drew Schlep as a Shota, just screaming, you're the pedophile, you're the predator, lolicon is pedophilia, sick freak, stay away from kids. And then somebody said, haha, oh, little Schlepchan, you're so cute and needs correction, so bratty. And he says, is this supposed to make me like lolicons? No, it's not. It's supposed to make fun of you. And I normally don't like this kind of art, but I'm also at the point with you that I kind of don't give a shit. And then he replies, this is only the non-graphic stuff I've been sent. They've literally been drawing my avatar getting railed as a kid. What a disgusting community. So I have to point out, because he says, drawing my avatar getting railed as a kid. If you guys didn't know, this is his avatar. I don't know what he's talking about, because my first thought was, okay, maybe it's not the Twitter avatar, maybe it's his YouTube avatar, because I had never seen his YouTube. But then you go to his YouTube, and it's just this fucking face with the 2 dots on it. So
it kind of looks like an eldritch abomination, unless there's like what showed an eldritch abomination out there.
Yeah. So he's saying they're drawing his avatar getting, railed, and like, what avatar? What are you talking about?
Also, wouldn't we have been able to see that by now?
Yeah, like somebody would have posted it somewhere. What's this? No, it's not. It's somewhere else. Anyways, going back to the other thing, I just thought it's funny. He's like, oh, you're whining about death threats. Oh, you're whining about drawings. Don't say this shit to other people, because then they're going to do it to you. And then when you start complaining about it, they're going to be like, oh, I didn't think it was such a problem. You said it wasn't. But because the thing is, he keeps going here. Says, let me get this straight. You're aware these allegations are false, knowing that the person who made it is actively being litigated for defamation, and are continuing to still platform it to your hundreds of thousands of followers. By the way, Chibi, 250k, which is good number. Schlep, 241k. You are equal in size. You are fighting somebody, who is as big as you. Get over it. You just can't take your lumps. But Chibi replies, I'm not saying anything, but posting an image of your words. I'm completely unaware of whatever defamation you have going on. You, however, were quick to call me a non-victim after I had CSAM planted on my hacked account with the FBI investigating it. Also, it's not slander to repost a tweet of someone else's post. We want to talk about slander. You are avoiding my questions to attack my personal life to your, quote, millions, unquote, of followers. So Schlep goes down this. It's not slander to repost someone else's tweet. you're actively platforming a defamatory document to hundreds of thousands of your followers created by someone who is currently being litigated for defamation and slander by multiple people. Notice, he keeps saying this. He doesn't say that the document is false except at the start. He just keeps repeating, well, the guy's slanderous and people are trying to sue him. Says, I can't even respond directly because the original poster and Parlo blocked me before I had the chance. You have your own profile. You can respond. The screenshots...
I don't want to respond. I want to slander.
I'll keep this in mind. At the start, he said the whole document was false. The screenshots in that document are selectively cropped and completely strip away context. Don't worry, we will read the document. And it is one of those things where maybe there is more context. However, I don't see how more context could fix what I have. Because some stuff is just so bad that it's like, I genuinely don't know what you could provide me to make this look good. Also, keep this tweet in mind because this is him openly admitting that the screenshots are real. He doesn't dispute the existence of them, and he doesn't claim they're edited. He specifically says they're just cropped and lack context.
You know what's also cropped and lacks context? Your mom.
It says, Parlo even worked with actual predators to help put it together. Example, I asked Parlo if he had any additional information. He cut out his response, which was he had not proof to this. I had no idea what you're talking about. And here are screenshots of Parlo working with Natorix to build a document using false allegations about another Roblox developer. This has nothing to do with you. I did my own looking into this, and I couldn't find anyone involved. All I could find was out-of-context screenshots and fourth-hand testimony. What the fuck are you talking about, fourth-hand? Shut up.
What does fourth hand even mean?
If anyone has information, they're more than open to messaging me, and you can clearly see in the document I was trying to look into that. So he says this is an example. This is not in either of these pictures. So he doesn't provide the example that actually has to do with the current situation. And then at the end, he goes back to like, I couldn't find any proof of this. But at the top, he specifically says they're cropped and strip away context, which means they're real. They do exist. But don't worry, we will get to the document later.
Chat, I'm seeing this right now. Start resetting your clocks right now. I'm just saying. I'm not saying anything else than just reset your clocks.
Also, I'm just gonna get me a little picture of that to save it.
It doesn't even have to be a case of he's secretly a lolicon or he's secretly a weirdo. It's just the hypocrisy of it all is going to be really, really funny.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Monkey, for the super. On a less serious note, nice balloons. How much to make me feel shame from sounding like I laid with a clown? Probably a lot.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got this going on, right? So I think this is important context because we're talking about Jidion again. The loli community is really pissed at me for saying making drawings of little kids is pedo shit and weird. This person replies, "Hey Jidion, how about you quit selling text messages between decoys that act like kids and predators to unknown buyers who are also pedos that take pleasure from it?" So,
excuse me?
By itself, like, I would agree with this person down here. What the fuck are you talking about? And then says, do we have proof of this? Or are you saying shit because you're mad? Again, these guys are retarded because he could have ignored this. Instead, he decided to reply, as soon as you stop jacking at 2 drawings of naked kids. Which, by the way, Schlep reposted this. He retweeted it. So this is him tacitly acknowledging that, yes, he is doing that.
We're they're not sending their brightest.
Yeah, this is tacit admission that you're doing that.
They're not sending their brightest out, chat. Oh my gosh. We're dealing with very, very dumb people.
Again, you could have just not replied to this. It had 5 replies to it, and every single one of them is, what are you talking about? You have no proof of that.
Oh my gosh. We're dealing with really, really dumb people.
He didn't have to reply to it. He did.
I hear you sipping on your tea over there. How's the jar feeling up?
It's good. Good.
Oh my gosh, we're not dealing with the brightest soldiers out here, guys.
So I actually, Super Bear, I don't have your thread. I do have the picture of your thread, unfortunately, because I just didn't find it. It says, Super Bear said, do people forget that this is the same dude who is selling sexual roleplay chats and audio calls that involved someone roleplaying as a child to both minors and pedos? Doesn't matter how many predators he got arrested, that's just weirdo behavior, period. And it's like,
Clearly we don't understand the inner mechanisms of his mind. They are indeed an enigma.
that is what this high IQ individual is doing. And instead of denying it or ignoring it, he's just like, yeah, I did it, but you're a lolicon, so you're like worse than I am. Fucking what?
I think,
What?
you know what? I think that's enough internet for the day. I think that's enough internet for the day. I think that's enough internet for everybody. Chat, we're turning off this stream. Mizu, you're getting in the car. We're gonna go touch some grass real quick.
So, chat, you would think it could not get worse. This tweet has also been deleted, but Schlep came back earlier today to try and like really own the haters that were calling him out. So he posted this.
Yeah. I think there's sometimes, you know, in life, there's you have to think about whatever you believe in life, whatever your religion is, everything, every being, every rock, sand, pebble, and marble, every piece of creation led to this moment.
And Schlep just tweeted a picture of Earth updates, and he said, "Me." Do you know what happened with Earth updates, my dude?
Does he know, Chad?
Yeah. Earth updates didn't just get felted by lolicons, one of which was me. People kept tweeting the clip of me like felting him, which was so funny. Thank you so much. I thought it was hilarious. But he wasn't just getting felted by lolicons because he was trying to call out lollies. He was in... Did you not see the clip of him screaming at the top of his lungs, "I like little boys"? Like...
Oh my god. Forget that I love little boys. It's everything else that came after it.
Yeah, and then afterwards, where he admits that, yes, people are grooming children in his Discord, and he doesn't care.
That you and his friends were like, whoa, hold on, you're joking, right?
So, chat, for people who don't know, Earth Updates tried to do a big Twitter space lolicon debate twice. And the second time, I got into it, and I had found pictures from his Discord where people were grooming kids. So I popped into the Twitter space and immediately said, "Do you want to explain why people are grooming kids in your Discord and your mods are doing nothing about it?" and he flipped his shit.
Oh, he did even more than flip, all right.
Even his friend that was in the chat with him, trying to like defend him, immediately goes, "Is that actually happening?" And he goes, "Nah, it's not. It's not. He's lying. It's not happening. It's not happening." And then his friend goes to the Discord to look and is immediately like, "What the fuck?"
And then within the hour, he deleted the Discord. Life is full of.
Also, yes, chat. The friend did come on to UTT to talk about it.
Life is about how, I don't know, everything came together for these moments.
It was wild. It was a wild time. Which means you should probably know what happened with Earth updates before you start comparing yourself to him. Because the call-out document on you does not paint you very well. So, chat, I'm gonna kind of let just everybody choose how they feel about this, I guess. Because some of this I think is valid, some of it I think is kind of not. It's in one of those situations where I don't really know how I personally would file it, you know? Let me zoom it out a little bit.
Basically, from the looks of it, I would say, and from your description of it, I would say take it with a grain of salt, but I'm probably still going to side-eye you just to be safe.
Yeah, so keep in mind, a lot of the stuff we have talked about today that Schlep is accusing other people of. So the document starts, it says, Schlep associates with a CSAM solicitor. And we're talking about specifically this guy called Ace the Narrator, who does narrations for Schlep. It says, Ace the Narrator is currently working with and employed by Schlep to be a voice actor for his channel. Schlep was aware of the ongoing actions against Ace, such as CSAM distribution and solicitation, as well as Ace the Narrator having allegedly sexually engaged with a 13-year-old girl when he was 16. Again, these are like really young ages, so it's kind of why I feel a bit iffy on it. But one of the age it's regardless, the guy was definitely a sex pest.
Okay.
So Schlep was made aware of this as of August 2025, yet as late as December 10th, 2025, Schlep was still seen having Ace the Narrator added on Discord, while also following him on Twitter. Schlep defended Ace by claiming that people are spreading lies against him. That's the part, and we already saw that part in his tweet, where he like really doubles down with all of this stuff is lies, but also that it's just cropped out of context. And that's the part that makes me pause, like when I read stuff like this.
Yeah.
Because what you should be saying is they were both minors, they were both close in age, this is irrelevant. Instead, what you're saying, it's all lies, it's all fake, it didn't happen, it's out of context. And that makes me pause and be like, do we not know the full story? Like, is there something really, really bad that hasn't been shown to us yet? That's where, I have to ask my question.
I personally believe that all these people are suspicious and we should report them to the police without any of them knowing.
Yes. So Sin, which is the old alias of Ace the Narrator, attempted to solicit CSAM in 2020. He would be 14 and 15 at the time. The person he is soliciting it from is 11 years old. And the thing is, 15 and 11 is where the ages start getting too far for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where, like, if it's like a 13-year-old and a 15-year-old, I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. But when we're at 15 and 11, I'm like, I know. Did you really know? I'm ignoring this one because we don't actually know where this one is from. But we do have the two people constantly talking. So, by the way, the girl called herself loli, which is... I'm just saying, given the context of what we're complaining other people about, it's not helping your case.
There's also the fact, okay, this is a Vocaloid thing. They also have one of the art they have is of the Vocaloid artist Ghost and Pals, and their fan base is a mixed bag.
Yep. So the girl says, oh, I just don't want or want to give them now because either way, it's technically child porn. And he says, very true, but the FBI haven't caught me yet, so...
You know what? I think I'm done for the day. What do you mean? Well, yep, that's what it is. I haven't been caught yet. Oh
it's
God.
Coming later in the document, but I guess I can go ahead and say that this same guy tried to call out Chugga Conroy. What were the ages with Chugga Conroy? It was 19 and 17.
I was 19, and I'm pretty sure younger than that. And then it took like his mom to be like, yo, bro, you don't want to get into this. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to trust my mom's judgment on that.
Yeah, he tried to call out Chugga Conroy for basically the same thing. So, like, the problem is this is a very muddy, gray situation, but it's stuff that you are publicly telling us that you believe is pedophilia, that you personally believe this is criminal, and your friends are doing it, which immediately opens up a ton of questions. Thank you, Internet Zen. Lolly fan going borderline Shadman posting in response to Schlep being such an a-hole, especially to chibi reviews, is justified. Jidion confirmed. Sub 60 IQ. Holy shit. And thank you, Mr. Monkey. Why can't all these pots and kettles not be black?
Listen.
We're gonna assume that Schlep is a white kettle. If that makes you feel better. I don't know what he actually looks like. We're gonna assume he's a white kettle. To balance it out.
We're never gonna escape. We're never gonna escape.
So all of these are from Sin to the girl. Just says tip pick time. You want your tip pick yet? Tip pick ... Just really wants to share their penis with them.
You know, Mizu, why did you bring me onto this?
I already had you scheduled.
I should have known. You know what? I set myself up.
You know what? This is my revenge for the videos you share.
You know what? Fine. I'll allow it. This is my punishment. You know what? This is exactly what the afterlife is like.
I have to point out again, though, chat, even though this Ace the Narrator guy is young at the time, it kind of gets worse in a way where I'm like, I can't, even with the ages, I can't defend that.
Yeah.
So Ace the Narrator, old alias Sin, was seen openly discussing and even allegedly sharing CSAM of himself in 2022 when he was 16 to other minors. Which... You're fucking doing this on Discord. Holy shit. This is why Discord's gonna get, like, hit with the fucking ban hammer, by the way, just so we all know. It's these people. So
I feel bad for Discord, but it's Discord.
The first guy here with the doggy profile picture is Ace the Narrator. Show me those massive tits of yours and everything you'll let me see so I can come to them. The person just replies, stop. He says, I can finally imagine myself sucking on those titties I haven't seen all of yet, and maybe more. Maybe I can... I'm not reading that. But you're already so wet just from being my... And I'm not reading that either. I'm not giving people the sound clips.
You know what? Chat, here's the thing. I know some of you are going through a depressive episode. I have come out of depressive episodes too. No matter how bad you think you are, no matter how worthless to society you think you are never going to be as cringe as a 15-year-old.
Yep. We have him talking to another person called Enable, and Enable says, are you mad at me? And Ace says, you haven't shown me your boobs in like 2 weeks. And Enable says, God. Because I can't. He's going back to talk with the Vin person, and Vin says, can we play? Ace says, really? I'm still waiting. Vin says, for what? Ace says, you promised you would do it as soon as your parents were gone, but now I have to wait. Vin says, my parents are still here. Ace says, will you still send pics? I love them. Vin says, soon, and Ace says, how soon? This is where I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I can't. I can't. Even if you're like a stupid 16-year-old, we're pushing it.
This is the stream of all time. You know what? This is the stream of all time. That's what this is.
We have another one from Ace. It says, yeah, but until then, I want to see your big, beautiful boobs and everything else you'll let me see. Please. This is the Vin person sharing like their messages.
Okay.
Numerous more examples of Ace the narrator openly admitting or attempting to solicit images from numerous girls he was actively sexually messaging throughout 2020 to 2023. Vin attests there are numerous girls he actively solicited images from, with Ace even admitting on the 10th of January 2021 that he actively dated 7 girls online.
Slow down. Slow down. Oh my gosh. Not you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I dated 7 girls, brother. You can't even...
This is the message from Vin describing this. I would rather focus on the actual messages from Ace, though.
Yes.
So this is just one of the ones from Ace. It says, I've dated like 7 girls, all e-dating. Another one from Ace says, I mean, are you willing to show Bob's? That's kind of my only interest because I'm not kinky. This is where he renamed himself to Spooky Scary Synthetic. He says, all right, show me your ass. And the person says, why? This because I asked you to. And they reply, Sin, I am really not in a good state right now. I can't trust anyone. I'm sorry. And he replies, but I'm horny. This is where I was getting to the document where I was like, I really can't. Even if, like, you're, like, equal ages, now you're just, like, super sex pesty. Absolutely. Yeah.
But remember, guys, it's all taken out of context and all lies. Oh my god.
So Ace says, because I do... We're back to the enable person. The enable person just says, it's flat. Ace says, video yourself undressing then. Enable says, only shirt. Ace replies, all of it. Enable replies, shirt. Ace replies, all of it. Enable replies, but I don't wanna. Ace says, I don't care.
No! Chat, remember, it's all lies. It's all taken out of context. Oh my god.
Another section where Enable says but, and Ace says, no buts, I'm incredibly horny right now. I don't want to explain everything. Another one with Ace over here says, do every sexual thing you can think of as you undress fully from head to toe. I agree that these are cropped, But it's one of those things, is like, what context are you going to give me that is going to make me look at this message and be like, yeah, no, that's fine.
Well, you see, the crowd is that previously he said please.
Like, Ace says, it's all right, take your time. I might as well ask this while I'm at it. What about you in a bra, or is that also a no? Unless you don't wear them. Just constantly. So we have more from Enable and Ace. Enable says, definitely not. Ace says, good, then give a blowjob. Enable says, I'll think about it. Ace says, throws away sandwich, because they're doing like some weird RP shit. Enable says, why would you do that? Ace says, gave me bullshit, no blowjob, no sandwich. It's just... oh, it's so cringe and painful.
Someone who never understood roleplay. At that point, I can't even say get a hooker because they were minors at the time. Oh my gosh.
We have more from Ace. This is in 2022. So at this point, he's around like 18 or 19. He's getting closer. It says, you'll let me see everything. Yuna replies, in so long. Ace just has a smiley face. Yuna says, I will think about it. Ace says, you can see anything you want on me, too. Yuna says, like. Ace says, down there. Yuna says, is that so? It's just... eh.
I think, you know what, Chad? I think this is enough internet for the day. No amount of trauma is ever going to help me recover this.
This one throws me off. So you have Ace says, you want me to send the uncensored part, and they just reply with a dot. Says, do you? Are you going to accept my balls of steel? And they just send back another dot. And he says, I'll send nudes right now. Like, shit. A couple supers I kind of went over. Internet Zen Master says, how does this loli know about cheese pizza at age 11? Maybe I grew up during a more innocent time on the net, but I didn't hear about that at age 11. Monkey says, Mom was half right. It is this damn phone, but the internet was the other half. Internet Zen has another one. To be fair, Kendra, this allegedly happened during 2020 to 2021, so that rampant cringe horny was ramped up to 15 because he was stuck at home. And then Devastator, thank you for the super. My eye is twitching so bad, I feel like I'm role-playing Forrest Whitaker, but for real. And again, the issue is not necessarily like, this is or isn't pedophilia, because I think it's a super gray area. But he calls it pedophilia when other people are in less extreme versions of this. So by his own assessment, he should be super against this.
But it's all taken out of context, and he's my friend. Therefore, he gets a pass.
So I'm just going to read through all of this other one, because this is just him talking to himself, because the girl is not replying to him. It says, hey babe, would you feel if I handcuffed you to the bed and begin to degrade you, and you can do nothing about it, as I would forcibly fuck you and make you my fuck toy? Or how about you take full control and not let me come until you let me, as you would take the top position and ride my cock all night, but always stop before I finish? Or how about I use my big nice hands you love so much and wrap them around your neck, one on your neck and another on your lady parts. With my big hands, I'm sure I could reach deeper than you with ease. And I begin to choke you harder and harder, and I kiss you deeper and deeper as I call you a slut for enjoying this so much. Just literally not replying to him at all, just constantly.
I'm not going to process that information. I refuse to process that information. Chat, like I said, you think you are probably the worst, worthless individual ever in the brink of humanity. You are never going to be this bad.
You do have
And
this.
if you are,
You do have this Una girl saying he kind of forced me to send nudes to him. It's over the internet. I don't think he could force you to do anything. I do think, depending how young some of these people are, he could probably manipulate them. Like the 11-year-old, like that's fucked.
Yeah.
A lot of the others, I would have to know their ages if it was manipulation or just horny teenagers being horny teenagers.
From his comments, I wouldn't be surprised if it was manipulation, but definitely a case of horny teenagers as just well.
Sure, this
Horny
isn't
teen.
SFO in disguise, just asking. So the point of this is not necessarily Ace, but it's the fact that Schlep defends Ace. So despite knowing about these allegations for months, earliest instance being August of 2025, Schlep continues to associate with, work with, and employ Ace the narrator. Schlep has attempted to defend Ace's behavior by either claiming the situation is a lie with no evidence, or once again attempting to claim Ace was a minor when this took place, so therefore it's excusable. This is ironic considering the fact he claimed what Call Me Carson did was illegal when he solicited nudes from a 17-year-old when he was 19. Yet he continues to work with a serial CSAM solicitor openly who has numerous victims.
But remember, chat, it's all taken out of context.
Yes.
Of course, it's that freaking panda emoji. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Everybody who I've seen with that panda emoji is always suspicious to me.
So this is proof in August 2025 that he had at least heard whispers of the allegations, because Schlep messages the guy who apparently made the document, allegedly called Parlo. It says, "Yo, have you heard anything about Ace the narrator being weird? Apparently some people are going around spreading lies about him."
So he was already with the narrative there were lies in the first place.
Yes.
You're already on my list, bro. Oh my gosh.
Like, as soon as he heard about it, he's like, they're just lying about him. And then this is just him showing that he works with Ace the narrator. Schlep was seen still being Discord mutuals with him. I've already checked this. It's just like a recording of Discord showing it.
Yeah.
Schlep probably knew his associate attempted and on numerous occasions received CSAM and chose not to call them out, but instead in private claimed it all to be lies to cover for the extent of how depraved his associate was. Schlep knew the situation for numerous months and chose to do nothing. And this Parlo person asked Schlep, why did your friend attempt to solicit CSAM from an ID-verified 11-year-old when he was 14, and then deleted his message where he admitted to speaking to an alleged 13-year-old when he was 16. Real Schlep says, so you just made up something about someone who works for me to label me as a predator defender. So he's heard this before. He's been told it directly.
I see. I think we should get rid of him, chat. Unfortunately, I'm legally not allowed to say what I actually want to say. Otherwise, music would get hurt.
So the Ace the Narrator group chat. Group chat contains information pertaining to Ace the Narrator and his inappropriate behavior towards an 11-year-old girl named Loli when he was 14 and 15. He claims that he asked her for CSAM and requested and attempted to persuade her for CSAM. There are context clues to suggest he most likely knew her age. GC was created August 26th, 2025, in which Ace the Narrator and his associates attempted to reach out to Guamgo to clear their allegations. Schlep was present in this GC. So Schlep is very keenly aware of this, allegedly.
Allegedly.
A user named Grady was added by Guamgo, in which he confronts Ace the Narrator on his interactions with a user named Loli. The Grady person says, because someone who got in contact with me connected with me as they claim to be Loli, I need to know if she's real. So Loli apparently came in like very late into this.
Okay.
But they're trying to ask if the person is who they say they are. I gotta zoom in a little bit, chat. It's probably gonna not look so good on your side. It's a bunch of image downloads. Grady, Ace. So Ace gives them the Discord ID of this lowly person. I cross-referenced and this person indeed exists. My question now is that apparently you were having conversations with her at 14 when she was 11. Did you know about her age? And the messages exchanged were sexual, might I add, because the thing you forwarded, Guamgo, doesn't seem to highlight here. Ace says, I don't see any conversation about admittance to age. That is a really, it's a really weird way to respond to that.
No, yeah.
Did you know her age? And the response is, I don't see it in the DM, so you would know.
I think we're doomed as a species.
Okay, so she claims you knew she was 11, and she deleted a lot of messages because initially she wasn't planning on wanting to talk about this, it looks like. But we have context clues that you possibly knew her age. I just need some explanations here. One time you asked her if you could see her in a bra and then added undress. You don't wear them because 11-year-olds are in the middle when female chest development generally happens. Another context clue is that she was banned from a Discord server after being found underage, and you said once you become 13, you can come back. Oh my god! You knew!
Yeah.
No!
I think I'm done. I think I'm done with this life. I think I'm done with this life. I'm done with this stream. Chat, I'll see you later.
Ace replies, I honestly don't remember who Loli is. You confirmed she was real a minute ago. But I can confirm that conversations about her were false, especially this one because I still talk to this guy. This conversation never happened. Grady responds, okay, so I was able to do some digging, but since you guys are bringing me some really important info, do you still have DMs with Loli to check and see if she's even real? Says, here you have the ages for Dolly, Shorty, and Ace. Because someone who got in contact with me connected with me as they claim to be Loli, and I need to know if she's real. Oh, that's where it loops back around.
Okay.
To me, this seems like you confirm she's real, and then when you find out that you did know her age, you, like, backpedal immediately. It's like, that didn't happen.
I think, personally, everybody in this story, outside of us who are reading it, I think all of them should go. I think they should all go. I think they should all go meet where all pedophiles should go.
These are not DMs from Schlep. These are DMs from Schlep's narrator.
Yeah.
Thank you, Internet Zen, for the super. Denial isn't apparently just a river in Egypt. Good grief, Schlep. Ace looks guilty as hell right now. Grady was seen consulting Ace the narrator on his interactions with the username loli, confirming the fact they did in fact have contact with one another in 2020. It was also established that all of Loli's messages were deleted on her end. Grady reiterates that Loli claimed Ace the narrator knew she was 11 during their sexual messages. Ace the narrator is seen not denying that he asked to see Loli in a bra, however stated in response, unless you don't wear them. Ace the narrator also does not deny the fact he knew Loli was below the age of 13 during their messages, as she was banned from his server for being underage. Ace the narrator also confirms that he did ask Loli for porn to recommend him to watch. Says, they ask, can you explain these messages about the once you're 13 you can come back? And he says, this was due to my sex addiction because I was used to girls not wearing bras and pornography I watched. Oh, sure, buddy. Speaking of which, did you ask her to recommend what kind of porn you should watch? And Ace says, yes, I did. Oh God.
Remember, Chad, it's all misunderstandings.
Grady says, so why did you try to put your addictions onto an 11-year-old? Right now, it doesn't seem like you're even denying she's 11 unless you clarify for me. Ace says, I'm currently denying it. Ace, the narrator, says, given that literally every other age that has been presented has been a lie.
This is, I don't even know what to say. Because I keep joking, being like, remember, guys, it's all jokes and misunderstandings. And it's just like...
You might not have known she was 11, but we have evidence to show that you knew she wasn't 13, that she was under 13. Which doesn't offer many options for you.
This is...
Ace, the narrator, was seen using the plausible deniability card and claiming he knew she was not 13, but that she was near the age. Grady says...
doesn't help your case.
Grady says, sure,
Okay.
but I presented to you and have no reason to lie here that, quote, once you become 13, you can come back, unquote, was a message you sent. I don't know how that doesn't give any red flags that you knew her age. He says, that doesn't necessarily mean I knew exactly what it was, but I knew it was near 13.
Oh
my god.
I think I have to use the bathroom.
Oh man, the stuff y'all are about to come up on. Is it worse? Does it get worse? Oh God. Don't head towards the light, Kendra. There's an ID that makes it so much worse. Schlep is still deleting tweets now. I just don't know, chat. Like, how we fucking ended up here. And everybody's, like, tried to defend this shit, too. Like, I don't... Oh, shit. I dropped some stuff. Mizu is very intelligent. We all fall together. We do. Oh, chat. Well, Kendra's gone. I wanted to...
I'm back.
Oh, welcome back. Well, I was going to say it anyway, so I might as well say it. I'll give everybody some good news. Or at least it's good news for me. So, I had some mouth surgery the other week.
Yeah.
And I had to pay a little over $2,000 out of pocket. So that felt really comfortable, obviously.
Yes.
But I got a letter in the mail the other day from my my insurance, and my insurance let me know that they were actually going to cover more than they told me they were going to cover.
Oh, that's cool. Yay.
So I got about $1,000 back.
Nice.
Which is super helpful, obviously.
Some good news in this joint.
Yeah, because I was kind of expecting to just get fucked. You know?
I mean, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, so it was nice to get a little return.
You could say a tax return. Just kidding. That was so cringe.
That was cringe. What's wrong with you?
Well, considering that we're still here, still reading this document at this time of day, at this time of night, localized entirely on this PC, I say, but we're both messed up.
But we shall continue on. So Grady says, he says that, but I knew she was near 13. Grady says, but she wasn't 13. My point is that even when you found out she was banned from that server for being underage, you still attempted to ask for nudes. And he says, yes, but again, I was 14. I
think that we should take his PC rights away.
Yes. So we continue on to another thing. Grady says, even if you're 14, it's still illegal to ask for nudes because it's CP and Romeo Juliet's laws do not exempt you either. Even so, you asked on multiple occasions and tried to work around it. There is no exemption here to my knowledge. He says, my own nudes would be CSAM. So somebody new jumps in called Yo-Yo, says, I do want to note that this can be interpreted differently depending on perspective. And he's quoting the one time you asked if you could see her in her bra. Grady says, you never sent nudes to her. And Ace says, and she sent none to me.
I'm saying X to doubt right there.
Grady says, thank God she didn't, but asking for them still falls under the umbrella. Federal law dictates that, I have a quote from a .gov domain, any person who employs, uses, persuades, induces, entices, or coerces any minor to engage in. It's the Yo-Yo person, who I guess is on Ace's side, says, could you link me to that specific page? And they link to a Cornell law page. Yo-Yo says, yeah, okay, I see what you mean. I cannot see them stating any specific definition of person as they might do in other cases. What are you talking about? Did you say they didn't define person? So you don't know what it means? Like, I don't... What do you mean? What do you mean by that? They usually define specific words and laws to clarify what they mean. They do, by the way, chat, I've talked about this in legal stuff before, they do typically have a definition section. However, some stuff doesn't get defined, because if they did a definition for every single word in the legal document, the legal document would be like a dictionary's length long. Like, what is... So dumb. He links another .gov site. It says, there is the one for that chapter. So based on the one true victim that there is, although no material was shared, but no others from them on, what happens next? Grady clarifies that it was still illegal for Ace to have attempted to solicit CSAM from loli when she was 11, despite the fact Ace never received it. Soliciting a minor into producing it of themselves is a crime, and then they just show the US code. Yo-Yo says, wait, I just noticed something weird about the supposed 11-year-old, the way they talk and their knowledge, proper grammar, good vocabulary, and knowledge of CP. Grady says, she's 11, there's no question about it. Yo-Yo says, do you mind me asking how you guys verified it? Grady says, she sent scribbled pictures to protect most of her identity of 2 types of ID verification to verify her age and name. I deliberately went over a lot with her and others to make sure there wasn't much contradiction. This is where you're just going to have to either trust Grady or not trust Grady. However, we're in a really weird spot where they just keep saying, well, are you sure she was 11?
If you have to keep asking that, I think you're already cooked. So just say. Are you sure she was 11? I don't know. Maybe she might have been 5. I don't know. Maybe she might have been 9 months old.
So in 2025, at August 2025, they ask Ace how old they are, and they say they're 20. So they were 20 as of last year.
Mm-hmm.
They're really just doing this so they can round about what Ace's age would have been.
Yes.
Ace states that his date of birth is September 5th, 2005. These are more conversations with Loli. Loli says, I've never seen you horny before. Ace says, well, I'm very horny currently, and you caused it. How do you feel? I mean, are you willing to show Bob's? That's kind of my only interest because I'm not kinky. It's all right. Take your time. I might as well ask this while I'm at it. What about your bra? Is that also a no unless you don't wear them? Ace the narrator has been seen throughout September 2022 engaging in inappropriate conversations with Loli, who was ID verified to be 11 at the time. Ace, after turning 15, 15th of September 2020, was still seen requesting and pushing loli to send photos of themselves. At 15-year-old, requesting to see sexually explicit content of an 11-year-old girl is illegal and absolutely reprehensible, regardless of the fact that the offending party was also a minor at the time. The age gap between them is disparaging. So we have another thing, Ace says, you stalked my Instagram and contacted my mother. You deserve no respect. This person says the one who asked an 11-year-old for nudes at 15, and I didn't know what else to do. So this is just showing that other people apparently knew about this at the time.
Okay.
So we move on to something called the Potmer situation. I don't know much about this. Jesus Christ. Oh God, I wish I was a drinker, chat.
Oh my gosh.
I wish I drank alcohol or something. Like, just something to, like, take the edge off. Holy shit.
Yes, I'm going to.
Throughout 2025, Potmer was called out to a large extent for having orally violated a 12-year-old in 2022 when he was 16. Potmer also had an extensive history of posting not safe for work images in Discord servers where numerous 13-year-olds were present when he was 16 and 17. Potmer also continued to engage with the same minor he essayed when she was 14 and he was 18, further being seen engaging in sexual-based topics with her DMs. Schlep actively knew about this situation, yet refused on numerous circumstances to use his platforms to call Potmer out. This led to Potmer being able to get away with his actions, and to this day, continuing to earn thousands of dollars per month, completely impeded. I will say, I don't believe you have to cover everything that's brought to your table, because you don't always know, like, what to do about it. What I'm going to be more concerned of is how he responds to it.
Not only how he responds to it, just everything about this is... Gosh.
But the fact that people brought it up to you and you were the predator hunter and you didn't really touch it, it's kind of weird.
Well, he's my friend. That's how all these people act. Get him.
I gotta see, like, how he responded to it, because that's gonna change my view. It says, hey man, IDK, who told you what? But I've never said R word in a mocking way about Potmer to anyone, especially someone who's worked for me. I have no idea who told you that, but they're lying. Only people I work with is Hollow Ren, Shinzu, and Ace the Narrator. I really don't appreciate you making posts like that about me. You could have sent me a message and I could have told you instantly. My stance has always been that Potmer is weird and deserves being called out, but it's not shot. Okay. It's the same stance Ruben Sim has. I think there's a lot worse going on with Roblox at this moment. That's why I'm not focusing on situations like this. If you want to hop on a call and have a conversation about it later, I'm more than willing to. The Guamgo person says, I made a tweet talking about how I felt regarding people defending Potmer. The person I spoke to often mentioned that you were making efforts to defend him and mocked the videos calling him out. They were also super adamant on you saying the specific phrase, it's rape, in a mocking tone, which really pissed me off considering Potmer's mother has been basically spreading misinformation and doxing both Parlo and myself for a solid month now. From what I understand, the situation qualifies as statutory. The victim was 12 years old, and the general minimum age for minor-on-minor sexual interactions to even be considered potentially legal is 14, but that wasn't the case here, as Potmer was 16 and the victim was 12. The tweet I mentioned didn't reference any YouTubers because I didn't want to discredit any videos that you made, and I didn't confront you earlier since I was told not to mention it to anyone. I've also heard about Ruben and Trav in relation to the situation, but from what I've heard, neither of them were accused of mocking it. Trav actually helped a lot since he was involved in gathering evidence and even got recordings of Potmer trying to silence the victim. Also, sorry for the late response, wasn't at my computer. Schlep says, okay, well, the only dude that it could have been that works for me just told me that he doesn't even know or talk to you. I've never once defended Potmer's actions. I've always called it weird, but the reality of it is it's not a single DA would ever take a case like that. At most, it would be a slap on the wrist. This is coming from someone who has gotten arrest in the state where this took place.
That's a very concerning response. Quite personally, I think everybody involved in this situation, you know what, I can't even say it. You already know what the meme is.
What the fuck? Oh my god. And you're on Twitter saying that lolicons are predators. Oh, Jesus.
How many pages do we got?
We're close to the end, I think.
Oh, thank God.
It doesn't... Normally it tells me. It's not telling me. Oh, because this one's not separated into the pages, really.
Okay.
Schlep follows a principle where he will not intervene in any grooming or pedophilia-oriented situation if both parties were minors at the time. He is complicit in covering these situations up, even if there were evident examples of groomer-like abusive or criminal behavior. It is especially more concerning that Schlep actively withheld on making a video on Potmer and subtly belittled what he did, as this led to Potmer continuing to make content on the platform after justified criticisms against him eventually died down. Potmer, despite having been a minor during the essay that took place during June of 2022, then continued to sexually engage with his victim until he was 18 and she was 14. They discussed topics to do with sex and DMs, as well as Potmer suggesting and grooming the girl he had an idea of getting back into a relationship and living with each other. This was while he was an adult and she was 14. And then these are them. I guess in yellow is the girl. Says, yeah. I blank you too for not trying to blank. Now, if you didn't take this seriously, this would be a different story, right? Potmer says the story has already been unfolded, the unserious route. Blank says, you gave me advice like I have 10 boyfriends, like I had blank and I did in blank or did it carelessly. You know what? Even blank with them, but you couldn't get what you wanted and you were around my age. So blank, nobody's better or worse here. Like I said earlier, F off and go to sleep. Potmer says, I apologize to them. I don't know much about whatever this situation is, but like, this is fucking weird. Jesus Christ.
I think
this is why I would never market myself as like a predator catching channel. Which, first off, is because I don't think it helps to begin with. But second off, now you're expected to cover this stuff, and it's really muddy. It's really messy. And
yeah.
Your proper response to this person saying this is, it's muddy, it's messy, I wouldn't even really know how to handle it. Instead, your response is, oh, it's not really illegal.
Now, why would you say it like that?
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. The DMs were screenshotted when Queen X, the victim, screen shared her DMs to Parlo in January of 2025. Most of these messages were sent in late July 2024 when Potmer would have been 18. His date of birth is June 23rd, 2006. Potmer has exhibited the exact behavioral mannerisms of a groomer, as he openly conditioned his victim into the idea of being in a relationship again and living together when he was 18 and she was 14. This is an adult taking advantage of a minor, and Schlep turned a blind eye to the situation. Schlep has actively called out adults engaging inappropriately with minors which have smaller age gaps, such as Notive. Notive had a 2-year, 10-month age gap. Still, to this day, Schlep has not publicly called out Potmer a proven pedo despite being a child safety advocate. After all, however, as Schlep stated, I think there's a lot worse going on with Roblox, and that's why I'm not focusing on situations like this.
Even if there's not... Okay, here's my thing with it. Even if there's a lot more serious things going on in life, in the world, in whatever, pretty much just like you said. Why would you say it like that? Why would you say it like that? And then when people bring it back up again, like today, it's full of proven lies and everything and blah blah blah. Because you're beefing with Twitter people. That's not really a serious thing going on right now.
Exactly.
And yet, this document is out here. Even if the guy who did it is like a creep or whatever, he still did the work to expose that you are kind of weird, bro. That you kind of ignored a pretty bad case. And even if you couldn't cover it, you didn't like refer them to anything. You didn't like try and like say like, oh, hey, you might want to go to the police with that or blah, blah, blah. It's no, I don't think it is. And if you go to court, it's going to get slapped down. You shouldn't even try. Are you hiding something from us, sir? Are you, in fact, a creep yourself? Now, I'm not saying that you are, but a lot of your responses are kind of going in that direction.
Yeah.
Or at least the creep defender is all I'm saying.
You can't like respond to these kind of things like this. It looks really fucking sus. Ugh.
Looks.
Schlep being contradictory to Parlo. Schlep says, not gonna lie, I'm kind of debating making a video about the dupe situation. I probably am. I'm not gonna call you a pedophile or anything, but I want to talk about the whole situation. What?
What? I'm not going to call you a pedophile, but I'm going to report about what? Oh my gosh. I think we're doomed.
Carlos says, sure, me and a friend are working on making a document on dupe shutting down many of the points him and a user named 77 had made, which are demonstrably false. I have to point out, this is either in December of last year. No, it's not December. So it's, it should be June, I think, of last year. They were still friends. So he's saying on Twitter that this is a blatantly defamatory person that no one should ever take seriously. And as late as mid last year, they were still friends. So it's kind of weird that you're changing up on it. Not gonna lie, I might kind of flame you in it a bit. You deserve some heat for that. You're low-key retarded for getting into a relationship with someone and you don't even know what they look or sound like. But I'm gonna shut down the pedophile stuff people are saying. Why is this your whole community? Why is this all of you people?
Oh, you know what? Mizu, why are these people stupid?
I know. It's so bad. Carlos says, I haven't seen anyone call me a pedophile for it for 2 days preceding the response video. Most of it was projecting pyrocynical fans. Also, I went over how dupe used faked images and selfies to catfish people, so I was manipulated into believing they looked completely different. Parlo says,
that's right.
Parlo says, hey. Schlep says, he posted a tweet. Says, Parlo is an idiot for this, don't get me wrong, but calling him a pedophile predator is a stretch. The other person developed an elaborate lie about their age, and once Parlo found out, he cut contact, as far as I know, as well as no nudes were ever exchanged. More stuff from Schlep. Parlo's an idiot for this, don't get me wrong, but calling him a pedophile is a giant stretch. This is the one. It says, legally, there's no crime here, but in general, pedophilia is defined as knowingly being attracted to a minor. Schlep,
No.
legally, no. And I'm not necessarily saying it's fair, because there are cases where people have gotten busted for, like, a 17-year-old with a fake ID. I think that shit's, like, super unfair, right?
Yeah.
But you're talking legally. Legally, that's not how it works. Also, by the way, there's this picture of Schlep here, right? People have told me that this is actually him. So he used to just use, like, a picture of himself, I guess. Which you can see that he is, in fact, very white. So in this case, the pot is calling the kettle white. So chat gets one dub on that one. Schlep was seen publicly and privately defending Parlo for the dupe situation. He stated how Parlo was not a pedophile or groomer. He also affirmed that dupe consistently lied about his age and that legally there's no crime here. And it's just multiple situations of him doing this.
Stop defending. He's not going to be your best friend, bro. Stop defending these people. They're not going to be your best friend. There's like 50. Oh my gosh.
Despite actively defending Parlo in public for the dupe situation, establishing how dupe developed an elaborate lie about their age when Parlo was receiving increased scrutiny, Schlep jumped ship to save face and was seen completely doing a 180, and in his messages to Parlo claiming, I find it... Oh, so this is from Schlep. Schlep says... it says, now regarding what upset me, I saw a message of you stating that you wouldn't be surprised if, and we can't see the rest of it. Schlep says, yeah, and I still believe that. I know you're not dumb. I find it hard to believe that you were tricked into dating a child. If it came out tomorrow there was more to it, I would not be shocked. I've never voiced this publicly, by the way, and I've never criticized you for this behind the scenes to your face. Ever since I found out about that, I've heavily distanced myself from you.
It's always, I distance myself from you later.
It's legally not a crime. He didn't know. It was an elaborate lie about their age. And then this shit. Oh my god. See, these are in May. And in this one, these messages, it looks like, are in November. So it just became inconvenient for you to be on his side, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. This is despite the numerous screenshots proving that dupe consistently lied about his age and catfished people, and Schlep knew about it. Schlep went from publicly stating that dupe made an elaborate lie about their age to privately demeaning Parlo when his credibility was tarnished and stating directly to him an extremely contradictory stance. I find it hard to believe you were tricked into dating a child. This is a flagrant example of Schlep being extremely contradictory and inconsistent on someone he knew for years, 2023, when he wants to save face in a drastic attempt to disassociate from them. It's extremely malicious, it's calculated, and it's intentional. He will privately defend people, however, when they become a brand risk to him, he will quickly opt to change his stance entirely and lacks any backbone to remain consistent. So this person says, if you care about real children, maybe don't chase lolicon. Parlo says lolicon is pedophile, then a few weeks later, he himself was outed as a predator, the fuck man. And Schlep says Parlo dated a 12-year-old. Schlep was seen publicly alluding to Parlo being a pedophile as of 31st of March 2026, after being fully aware that Parlo was catfished by someone who claimed to be 17 while he was 19, with the age of consent being 16 in the UK, where both parties were from. Schlep continues to defame Parlo after he was legally cleared by police as of 28th of February 2026, after he was publicly and privately defending him while he still had a platform. So I guess I don't really care about this Parlo dupe situation, really.
Yeah.
It is interesting, though, that we do have proof that you were defending him and then you just, like, turntailed on it.
Well, you see, I stopped benefiting from him. I would want to say what I want to say, but legally it would get you in trouble.
So we're skipping over that bit, because that's just more of the Parlo dupe thing. Schlep also attempts to lie and degrade Parlo further. He is fully aware that Natharix, the pedophile he is referencing, groomed and sexually took advantage of Parlo when he was 15, when he was 17, when he was 21 to 23 years of age. Schlep will victim blame when the opportunity is most convenient. He leaves out Natharix's years of emotional grooming, conditioning, and manipulation he inflicted on Parlo, just so he has a way to victimize himself and deflect responsibility. So in May 5th, 2024, Parlo was lied to by Natty Forsyth. Ruben publicly stated all that was lies, and Natty Forsyth is an actual pedophile, which I guess Natty Forsyth is Natharix.
Okay.
And then Schlep hears over a dozen messages from Parlo talking to an actual pedo, Natharix, on ways he can hurt my credibility. Here's a message from Parlo in August of last year. I wasn't going to make a video covering those allegations since I knew about them for months, but with blank in my Natharix video, I was advised from stating that an anonymous friend of Natheric's tried to legally scare me. I was told to not even anonymize him. I don't know if he could sue me if I give him a different name. Schlep says, don't release it for a bit. Trust, no comment. It is a problem that you know this. That you know that, like, he's trying to, like, make a video on this person that he believes groomed him. And then you're saying, like, months later, when it's convenient for you, oh, he's working with a pedo to bring me down. This person that you knew he was, like, making a video on.
I feel my brain slipping away.
Yes. What are you supposed to do with it, right?
Yeah. Like, pretty much like you said, it's messy, it's complicated, and yet, I want to add, it's the implication of this all.
Yeah.
Like, even just you were just saying all that you just said, I just had to put out a tweet that was like, everyone in this situation, well, Akko already made a super chat on what that probably was. It's just so, oh my gosh.
I'll be making a tweet later about the screenshots in that document are selectively cropped to strip away context. Is it a lie or is it selectively cropped?
Well, it's selectively cropped, and that's the lie.
Thank you, Internet Zen, for the super. Ace, it's not the truth, it's all lies. Knowing how these dramas play out in the next 24 hours are going to give UTT some interesting material on Thursday. And Mama Akko, thank you for the super. Now, this might strike some as harsh, but I think everyone involved should blank. Oh, Lord.
It's reading my mind. Thank you, Akko.
Everyone in this is awful.
Yes.
And this is what I'm saying. I don't like these predator hunter people because their entire, like, section of the internet just has all these problems. It's such a shit show.
Thank you, Maury Calliope, for cleansing my eyes in my ear. Oh. Oh my gosh. Gosh, I think actually sitting through I don't even think anything would have been better than that. Oh my gosh.
Fair. No, it's wild.
But remember, guys, it's all taken out of context.
Oh, yeah, that's something I should probably check. Is Schlep still going on now?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Let's have a little exploration here, chat, really quick. See if Schlep is having fun on his timeline. Called Separating Fiction from Reality, Stupid Auntie, as they drew Shota porn of a real grooming victim. Shut the fuck up. No, that's where he stopped it. He stopped it at this Shota drawing.
Now let's check the replies.
Oh wait, did he do another one? Yeah, he retweeted the same shit again. Because it didn't get the attention he wanted the first time. On the Twitter news tab, people are sharing lewd drawings of me as a child with thousands of likes, knowing I'm a grooming survivor. This is the only image I can show on this because it's so disgusting. Is he in the news tab?
I don't.
Debate. Women share cleavage selfies to extend men's lifespan.
Let me see on my side, because sometimes they change.
No, he's really not adding more. He's just constantly retweeting people that are defending him.
Nope, not even in my timeline. It's just full of Gurren Lagann, Digital Circus, and Nikkei. You're not even hitting trending.
He's really cashing out the victim card. His victim card was declined forever ago. He has none left.
Forever ago. Oh boy. I'd feel bad, but I don't. That's literally it. That's the tweet. And just because you're a grooming survivor doesn't change the fact that you're still... Listen, I feel bad for victims, but when you go as far as you go out of your way to go to somebody's tweet and then go, well, my girlfriend would have left too, and it's like, no, you've already lost. You've lost the debate because you're now just resorting to personal attacks, and it's like, well, such and such, so and so. Nope, you've already lost the debate. Nobody wants to talk to you. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say. Don't pass go. Never come back. This is like, what is it? Because I already told you that it's like that guy who was trying to out Mr. Beast and how he didn't do any research because he was on such a high to expose him that when he tried going after Chris Tyson for doing the whole anime thing, all the fans of the anime, of that specific anime, it's that one anime for chat, it was that one anime about the girl who ran away from home. And in the manga, and I think manga or light novel, he ends up with his coworker because he didn't do research because he was on such a big high about it. He lost all credibility soon after because he couldn't do basic research.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna show it on stream. I'll show it for Kendra. This was the original tweet I made. They got 3.4K. He replied, got 300. Somebody said your OC is like a child and you have a tag for not safe for work fan art. You're disgusting. I just posted this, said cry about it, and got another 500 off that.
This is definitely adorable, actually. It's cute. You couldn't even say it's funny.
It's a little cute. It's a little funny.
A little cute, a little funny. Ready for Christmas.
I did get that one for Christmas. I'm still waiting for my Halloween one, but it's never coming.
Listen, I had to do the same thing recently with somebody who I was like, I understand this was supposed to be a scab-like condition, but scab has a deadline for a month, and I asked for this like 3 months ago, and it was like they told everybody that they had an injury, and then just didn't say anything, and I had to like be like, okay, I'm PayPal charging for them to like actually say anything. They responded a lot faster than I thought.
Oh, yeah. Also, I posted this one because I think this one's funny.
I mean, it is.
This one I can show chat. I love my pony model. I think my pony model's cute. But that is all I had for tonight, which admittedly, very crazy story. I expect over the next couple days for more stuff to come out. I don't expect it to stay here. I will look here while we're still on stream. I will look at the Schlep thing and see if there's like, I'll search just Schlep and then go through media. Oh, the Earth updates thing? I guarantee you, I will click on this, and it's going to be the Earth updates clip.
I like looking at little boys! Please!
Eric, settle down.
Boys! Please!
All right, that's it, Eric. You go see the counselor.
That, for people who don't know, that was Earth updates. And people started memeing him as Eric Cartman because everyone was like, he sounds so much like Eric Cartman, dude.
Personally, I think he sounded more like Sheen.
True. He really sounds like Cartman. He does sound like Cartman so much. So nothing down here under Schlep is... Like, there's the lolicon picture, but there's nothing else. Here, maybe it's attached to the lolicon picture. Where is it? Here, it's this one. So view quotes.
Oh, somebody else thought the same. Somebody else thought the same thing of me and putting the word skeleton.
Oh yeah, this was something from Elon Musk's Twitter.
Oh.
Back when you could still see likes.
I mean, Misa was that girl.
Trying to find like. I'm sure I would see it somewhere.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, people have made like a lot of memes degrading him.
I mean, on the one hand, I can't approve him. But the fact that everybody's collectively like, yeah, no, nobody likes you, bro.
I can't find this message anywhere in here.
You don't. Oh,
You think it exists?
that's my thing that I was gonna say. We should. I'm gonna look that up right now.
Maybe they got it taken down?
Exists.
I think he took it down, maybe. Yeah, I had to take it down, achieve my goal. I don't want to get too popular. I'd also welcome new 200 plus friends on here.
This needed you to go.
Wait. So the person that Schlep is posting that apparently did this lolicon artwork, it admits in one of their replies that they're 15 years old. It's not helping your case, Schlep.
I'm not saying I approve it. But you can't sit there and that be ain't good.
No. Schlep is doing the Steven Universe thing with the whitewashing. I don't fully know what you mean.
The only thing I can think of it being whitewashing is the whole thing with Garnet. Now everybody got offended that she was black, whatever. And then everybody just started posting white versions of all the characters.
Is there a Schlep in here? April Fools. I don't think he's in here. I think he just made it up.
No, he thinks he's important. And if you don't look at the top searches for 5 seconds, you would believe it. He's so unimportant that even Twitter is ignoring him. Unless you have anything to do with Roblox, bro, nobody's going to pay attention to you. Because that's all you're known for.
Yeah, there's no, like... He just says that this is happening. There's nothing there. Anyways, chat, let me see if I could find somewhere to send y'all for the night.
Yeah, I see. Shows everybody the traumatization and then just sends them off.
You know I got to. Oh, my YouTube crashed. I'm surprised it made it this long without crashing. Normally it happens much faster. What was that noise? You okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just recovering. Recovering from, I don't even know. If you have kids online, don't. That's the literal lesson in all of this. Don't let your kid be unsupervised online, and don't trust predator hunters.
Exactly.
This is a nightmare to get through. You can cope in your own way, but you can't cope here. I think that's the best life advice everybody's already gotten from you.
Chat, do you guys like Finana from Niji Sanji?
Mizu, why would you set her up like that?
I'm asking. It's an option. I'm going through my options right now. Is she a problem? Should I not like her?
Okay, she was one of the big corporate YouTubers who was like, I don't like the term trap. And then she's one of the ones that started the whole educate yourself me.
Oh, I see.
So that, if I can be real with you, that was probably the start of the ever cascading slope that is YouTuber drama.
What about Alira, who's also Niji Sanji?
No, Mizu.
What?
You're setting up so many. Yeah, let's just eliminate everyone Niji Sanji off the table. Except maybe, I don't know, like Alvin or something. But nobody likes men in VTubing.
What about Josuji from Hollow Stars?
Yeah. Everybody loves a good Hollow Stars.
They're playing Nier Automata. I know people like the Nier Automata.
I say give it a go.
You see, you gotta be fucking with us. Look, I'm just going down the list, chat.
I mean, we could send people to Alira, but I don't think Alira is accepting people right now anyway.
Anyways, chat, we're sending you guys to Hollow Stars. Be good for the Hollow Stars people. I know not everybody likes the boys, but you know, sometimes you gotta give them some love.
No, the Hollow Stars boys are great.
Night, chat. Y'all be good.
Bye.
We'll be back tomorrow for Lawtism in the morning, and in the evening we're gonna do some more cardboard crack before we play Party Animals with the boys. Bye, chat.
Bye.